yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, a week, a month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, so there for
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I just know we found something so loud of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground when you say you left.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
I am struggling extremely with mental health issues. And I am trying to do that whilst being FTFE. And unfortunately, talking to flat earthers is quite painful.
All right. Thank you, Craig.
Riverside, wait for wait for me. I'll be coming home.
Law. Nowhere in nature or in a controlled environment can we ever produce a volume outside of containment.
What's that?
Has gas been seen or
what's that, brother?
Now let me see you drop it to the floor, drop it.
Esta es una historia triste la que le voy a contar. Una historia triste la que le voy a contar. No tiene doble sentido, no vayan a mal pensar. No tiene doble sentido. No.
They think little booties matter, I don't know if that's a fact. If I'm looking for a bitch who got a midget on her back. Left cheek, right cheek, both.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's our famous fart girl who is able to sing out both ends and stay in tune. Beautiful. Beautiful. What's that, Chad?
Nothing. I turned my head the wrong way. Meant to go toward. I forget everything's in reverse on here sometimes.
I do too. I still remember because, like, if I wanted to point to this shit over here, you know, like I got to remember to look this way. It's like I got to look the opposite way. Like I'm looking away from my computer monitor, kind of, but I'm still looking at it. But it looks like I'm looking at you. Technographical informations, they piss me off. Look at all these people we got in here, man. We got Veronica Joseph here tonight, Lisa, Marie Tattersall. We got J.R. Hartley. I think J.R. was the first person in the chat this evening. We got Saddlebum, Eldon Bean, Malone and Sloan, or Sloan and Malone. We'll never know. It could be. You know, how come Malone gets top billing over Sloan? I'm curious about these things, you know. Let's see. Saddlebum, Here I Am is here. We got Eldon Bean. Eldon Bean likes the fart girl really a lot. The Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. I put that on who was that? Somebody who was just really sucking Trump's dick. And I just put a GIF as a comment. It was the Kool-Aid guy coming through the wall going, oh yeah. I was like, you know, these fucking people. They grab me. What's that?
Got a lot to pick from as far as Trump dick suckers out there.
I just spent probably the last hour going through Twitter and blocking anybody with that reprehensible fucking flag in their profile. I'm serious, man. It's like that's all I was getting is, oh, look at Israel, stand with Israel, all this other shit. And it's like, no, man, fuck you. I don't even want to see your bullshit, man. Not a bit. Now that should be offensive. You know how they get all pissed off that if you show a swastika or something like that? That's what they should be censoring is those motherfuckers if they're going to do that shit. You want to that promotes hate. It promotes hate. That flag.
Well, were you blocking them on X?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen it? It kind of turns out a lot of them people are like from different countries. They're pretty much just bots or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I just don't want it coming across my feed. If I can narrow it down any way I can. I mean, I'm sick of hearing about it, you know. We know what you did. We know what you're about. We've had it. You know, I have. I'm tired of them. Every time I turn around, there's some kind of bullshit that they're pulling every fucking time. And it's been that way my whole life. That's why I couldn't understand how people was always supporting them and shit and going, oh, you gotta. I'm like, man, are you crazy as shit? What the hell? They don't do nothing for us, man. And they act like they're they all have this sense of entitlement above everybody else. My wife's not really ever been exposed to them a whole lot. And we were going to on the ferry going to Ocracoke Island off the coast of the Outer Banks. You got to take a ferry boat out there. So we're sitting in the truck and we're on the ferry boat. We're enjoying this view. I'll be goddamn, here comes some hats. Here comes some hats. Got to stand right in front of us to block the view. And I just looked at my wife. I said, oh, boy. She goes, what's the matter? I says, there is a group of the most irritating people on earth. And she goes, well, how do you know that? And I said, do you see their hats? Do you see their curls? They are going to be a problem. Watch. I'll shit you not more than an hour after we got off that boat, we stopped at this little gift shop, and there they were. They come in after we're in there. And they're in there, they buy some shit, then they take it back, and they're trying to exchange it and make deals. Can I get 2 of these instead of this? We decided not to have, trying to rip the fucking people off. That's what they was doing.
Mhm.
And here we are, and my wife's just like, I just looked over at her. I said, see, what'd I tell you? You already hate them, and you haven't even interacted with them yet.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I found a pretty cool thing from Brother Nathaniel that kind of shows the thing about how the Kabbalah's involved with this shit now, where it wasn't back in the Old Testament days.
Mhm.
It's not even the same thing anymore. And well, you say that about Christianity though too.
I know who he is. I don't know much about him, but why does he go by brother? Do you know what that?
Okay, so he's a that's like his moniker on here.
Right.
And he was brought up as a Jew,
Mhm.
and he later converted over to Christianity, but Orthodox Christianity, not this Western Baptist fucking Judeo-Christian nonsense. And he knows firsthand what their deal is because he was brought up that way.
Mhm.
So he knows firsthand what their deal is, and he's pretty smart, and he doesn't cut him any slack. You got to be careful. A lot of times people would say, "Oh, well, he's just anti-Semitic." Well, how can he be anti-Semitic if he's Jewish?
Yeah.
It
always works that way. Once
they
you go
go,
against
well,
something, you're always that.
Yeah, he's a self-hating Jew. What? Shut up. This is some of the shit I hear. Oh my God, this is what's been cracking me up here lately, yesterday and today. I'll just pop out. Oh, I got my new phone.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I got my new phone. It's all set now. It was so easy. I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass to transfer everything. Hell no. All I had to do is turn it on, just follow the prompts. I didn't have to hook it to the other phone or nothing. And I was like, man, I know this is going to be fucked up. I know this is going to be
kind of scary, huh?
Yeah. And then I look and everything's in there, man. Everything's
Yeah.
in there. And I'm like, holy shit, man, this is pretty awesome, man.
It's almost like they got all your information and everything already on hand.
Well, I'm sure that it stopped off somewhere on its way to the other phone
It's in the cloud.
It's in the cloud. Who was it? Thought it was physically up in a cloud.
I can't remember.
I think it was Trump.
I think it may be. I've heard a few people say it though.
He's not the brightest one. People
Actually,
say, "Oh,
he's
he's a genius."
Harris, but either way,
who?
It might have been Harris, but either way, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it could have been.
Morons.
Well, they all are. They're really stupid, and they're so far behind and out of touch with shit, and that's what cracks me up. But I've had these guys coming on the Facebook, and they can't stand me because I love it when they go, "Oh, you deny science," and I'm like, "Okay, let's employ some of this science that you say I deny." Bam!
Yeah.
Nothing but rage. Nothing but fucking rage.
No, I just deny your science is a thing.
Yeah, well, it's not science.
Right.
I call the unscientific theory of gravity because there's no science involved with that. Let's face it. Where was the scientific method actually employed? All you did was a bunch of fucking correlation bias. That's it. No science involved with that.
Mhm.
There's no science. Use your science to show me this, convexity of substantial bodies of water. Use your gravity to prove that that air is affected by it. Let's do that. I mean, you take an easy way to do that. You take a vacuum chamber, right? You put a balloon with some air in it, right? It's inside there, and then pop the balloon. Now, if gravity's there, it's going to pull all the air down to the bottom of that fucking vacuum chamber, right?
Yep.
Why don't it? It's because it does not real, and it doesn't affect gas behavior. That's why.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's, and you'd be surprised how many of these people actually think that because it's measured in pounds per square inch, that they think that's weight. They think that that's weight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if that were true, then the pressure gauge would be orientation dependent. The barometer would have to set level like a scale, right? You get it off kilter, you're going to get a wrong reading, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're measuring a column of air.
Yeah, exactly.
Good fucking God.
Really run into trouble there.
I ran into some kind of a thing here about with FTFE that I thought might be funny. I haven't seen it yet, but I know the source, so it could be pretty good. But here's Brother Nathaniel giving us the heads up on how Kabbalah has pretty much taken over what is known today as modern day Judaism or whatever, matzah. Red Sea pedestrians.
I'm your number one noticer. I'm your number one expert on all things Jewish. No one can come close. No one. It's really the Kabbalah that fuels Judaism as we know it today. Kabbalah means that which is received, but only the rabbis receive it, you see. That is the top of the rabbinic gefilte fish chain. The rabbinic authority which replaced the priestly authority, the Levitical priestly authority that Moses set up after 70 AD and then finalized in 135 AD with both the destruction of the temple in 70 AD and then the complete eradication of all genealogies of all 12 tribes, and more significantly, the extinction, eradication of the Levitical priesthood, so there can never be a temple again. Now what takes over is the rabbinic authority through the Talmud, which is the written oral law that Jesus Christ condemned, calling it the tradition of the elders. He condemned it because he said it contradicts the revealed word of God given to the holy prophets. These rabbis are not prophets. And this rabbinic authority was established to give it, as the Levitical priesthood was, supreme command of its subjects, that is the masses of Jewry. They arrogated to themselves a hierarchy of knowledge, which is divided in 3 stages. And this is where Kabbalah comes in, people. First, knowledge of the Mosaic written law. The second stage, knowledge of the so-called soul of the Mosaic written law. 3. Now this is Kabbalah. The knowledge of the inner essence of the soul is the 3rd stage. Now it's not only the soul of the Mosaic law, it's now the inner essence of the soul, which is Kabbalah received. That's what Kabbalah means. It means received. It's received only by the sages of sages with the parlance, the name, the Rebbe, not a rabbi. It's the Rebbe. This is the top dude, the Rebbe. This Rebbe has reached the highest level of knowledge, that is the inner essence of the soul of the Mosaic law, by having received Kabbalah, this inner essence, Kabbalah. These Rebbes who become the dynastic leaders of the Hasidim, they must be looked upon and have received the credential of knowing the Talmud. Thus it is established in modern Jewry, in Judaism, your typical rebuttal of the claims of Jesus' messiahship, whether it's the most unknowledgeable Jew to the most knowledgeable Jew, is their subservience to the rabbis by saying immediately, when you give them all the claims of Jesus the Messiah and prove it, all they say is, but the rabbis don't believe it. So if the rabbis don't believe it, it must not be true. But they won't even argue with you. They won't even go there. They just stop at the rabbis don't believe it, so it must not be true. Argument is over. That's their submission. It's a tacit submission to the rabbinic authority which replaced the priestly authority of the Old Testament. That's why today's Israel, today's Jewry, is not the same as Old Testament Israel, as the Old Testament Hebrew.
So there is quite a difference, but they
yeah.
want to claim that shit. You know, oh, we're just like that. No, you're not. Nope, not even close. I'm seeing so much shit on there about, Jesus was a Jew. Jesus was a Jew. I said Jesus was a Nazarene. He practiced the Hebrew religion. Okay. You're so full of shit you can't even, your eyes are brown, when it comes to that shit. I don't know. I get really tired of them. Really, really tired of them. What was this? Oh yeah, this woman you were showing me. You sent me that picture where what was it that you was buying that had that bioengineered bullshit on it?
Well, it was the whole, because it's been blown up lately, the whole Campbell's soup thing.
Yeah.
People pointing out the fact of another conspiracy come true, right? That people have been saying that there is bioengineered food ingredients on the back of the label, right? Which is, it's just for Campbell's soup. Yeah, it's probably tons of them. But
It's
anyway,
everything.
right, exactly. But I was like, well, hell, how can I believe it if I don't just go look myself? So yeah, I went to the store, stopped at the store, took a picture of it. It was like, sure as shit, it was on the back of the can there. I don't just want to see it on YouTube or the news or whatever and just be
Right.
like, oh yeah, it must be a thing. So I was like, well, I'll go look for myself, and yeah, it was on there. I mean, I kind of expected it anyway, but I don't know. At the same time, it was like, wow, there's kind of blatant and out in the open about it, So, but like I
Yeah,
said,
just put it right out there.
it's
Yeah.
even in your health food stores. I mean, it's everywhere. But
Now, I'd heard allegations that the chicken noodle soup had that 3D printed chicken in it.
yeah, that's pretty much I don't know. I guess they came out with some kind of a cleanup or rebuttal about it today. I didn't hear the full thing, but how they source from top grade ingredients, and we would never do that. Whoever the guy was that got caught, I guess originally the whole thing blew up because somebody that worked there, like a higher up in the company or whatever, talked about how he wouldn't eat it because it was for poor people, and he knew what kind of ingredients were in it. So of course that got out, and everybody started making a big stink about it. And
shit.
But yeah, so it's like, well, is he wrong? Not really. I mean,
not a bit.
I mean, it is designed that way for lower income people. That's hell. I grew up on Campbell's soup. That was what we could afford. So
rainy day, you have Campbell's tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich. Hell yeah, man.
Or some crackers. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the shit too. Watching Price is Right, or you're homesick from school.
Yeah. Nothing's the same. Nothing tastes the same anymore. I mean, I go around and around with people about this, and it was like, oh, you get older, your taste buds change. I was like, yeah, to a degree, but I'm like, nothing. There's still things that have been around forever that I can eat that still taste the same. So why is that not apply to those things? Like a Lindor chocolate, right? I've had Lindor chocolate. It still tastes the same as it always has. But if you have like a Snickers or something, total different taste to me.
Yep.
But I try and stay away from that crap anyway. But anyway,
I'm finding where there's certain, some things are like leaving me in question of, is this spoiled or something?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of like aftertaste I get from it. And like you're saying, it's not like how it used to be.
Yeah, there's just something. Well, I know a lot of them too. Like, I don't know how many years ago, but a lot of them, maybe just a couple, some further back, but a lot of them be like, we changed the recipe. All right. It was like a little marketing tactic thing for like Doritos or Butterfingers, whoever. It's like, oh, we got a new recipe. And it's like, you didn't change the recipe, you changed the ingredients, right, to these nasty or whatever crap you're putting in them, and you made it like, oh, it's going to taste better. When it's like, now you just made it more poisonous is what you did.
Well, them chocolate chip cookies that I used to like, okay, after remember they didn't have them for a long time. I was like, and they told me out there that it was due to somebody had a peanut allergy or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there ain't even fucking peanuts in that. But whatever the case may be, they changed the recipe up somehow, and they ain't worth a shit now.
Yeah, there you go.
Ain't worth a shit. And I was hooked on those fucking things, and now they don't even taste the same.
Yeah, that's by design too, but yeah.
Here's a woman went through Aldi's with making note of this.
I'm here at Aldi, and almost everything they have contains bioengineered food ingredients.
Jesus Christ.
Contains a bioengineered food ingredient.
Man, can't have nothing.
I'm here at Aldi.
We
and
can't have
almost
nothing.
every
Look at that shit.
They changed
Hey
the
guys,
label.
what's up? I missed that
Hey, man.
video. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man? Showing all the products in the Aldi's that had
In here.
bioengineered shit in it.
They've
It's
changed
like
the new wording on GMO too. I was trying to look it up. I couldn't remember it. They changed to get around, a loophole.
Yeah. They're gonna call it something else.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna look it up, but you can look for yourself if you feel like it. But yeah, they changed the wording on that stuff too, so they can get around the loopholes on that one too.
Yeah. They're always
man.
doing that shit. You see, I had another thing about that. I thought, oh, I'm not even in my stuff. This is just my feed. Wow, since I kicked all those fucking Jews loose, man, I don't have the shit like I
knocked out all the cobwebs, huh?
I did. It works. What do you think about this thing of Candace Owens talking about that they was gonna assassinate her or some shit? Have you heard anything about that?
I've seen the headlines. I haven't watched any of it. I've kind of next to stop listening to her at all, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I listen to what this guy's saying. I listen to what this guy's saying. I want to, and it gives me a kind of a general sense of what the fucking play is about.
Yeah. I mean, I do that too, but like at some point, I don't know, like at some point that kind of tunes people out occasionally too, like after a while, because it just seems like
is that going to be part of the show? Somebody's going to off her, and then is it our own CIA? Was it Cash Patel?
That seems way too.
Who shot JR?
Yeah,
the same type of thing.
Salve, I've showed that Cash Patel meme with his eyes getting, blowing up to a bunch of people from you. Always gets a laugh.
People love that. Where is he at?
He's been in the hot seat lately too. Not that
I just ran across the thing that they saying that he's most likely going to get fired here.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find
Out of supposedly 300 million Americans, he's the best. It's clearly just to mock us.
Here we go. Oh, I know. Stop. I didn't say go.
Like, it's so obvious.
Well,
welcome to Quickie Mart. Do you like to try my cookie? Yes,
they're all
no?
selected.
You try Slurpee, no? No change unless you buy.
Breaking news. MS Now has just learned that FBI Director Kash Patel may be out of a job in the coming months. 3 people with knowledge of the situation say President Trump and his top aides have grown tired of Patel and the unflattering headlines he's been generating recently, including using a government jet to visit his girlfriend and enlisting a SWAT team as her security detail. Breaking news.
Putting a SWAT team as her security detail. I never even fucking heard of her until she started boning him,
Yeah, same.
and who could blame her? I mean, attractive young female like that, nice figure and everything. Of course, they're going to be just totally just wet for Kash Patel, because he's such a sex button. You know what I mean?
Probably anybody within. Well, I mean, look at Trump and all the women that he's got over the years. Trump ain't no stud muffin or nothing,
Of all the people that he's hired, the only one that was qualified to do her job was Stormy Daniels. Really?
Yeah, right.
Nobody else could qualified.
So you notice that noise that as soon as you play that news clip, it's like it's like just to get you in that like chaos mode. Like holy shit!
Oh yeah, they play. Yeah, they're gonna get you with that.
Part of their tactics. You know that one thing I've noticed about Trump here in the last few days is he's starting to look starting to show his age a little bit. Like his hair isn't as golden as it once was, and dressing a little different. And he's probably the cold weather's probably starting to bother him a little more. But anyway,
he's not as orangey as he used to be.
yeah, just has a different look about him these days.
Oh, there we go. That's how I got it.
Of course, I know some people are going to tell me that there's like 20 different Trumps, maybe so. I don't know.
There might be, there's red tie Trump and there's blue tie Trump. And if you look, they're actually one is Elvis and the other one is Nicolas Cage in reality, though. Now we got one that's not counting Barbara Walters playing as Hillary Clinton. Okay. You didn't realize that because of this one little mark on her face. You see this right here over here on that one side. And
Do the whisper.
There's a little blemish over here, a little bit of makeup. You can see it right off the bat. And that's how we know that Eleanor Roosevelt and Betty Ford were actually the same guy. Yeah.
For entertainment purposes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes. Or I'll just let somebody else do it and I'll just sit here and go.
Yeah.
Blocking up the screen.
Don't get me wrong, like I don't dismiss some of that stuff may be true, but it's like they get over the top with some of it.
Oh, listen, just based on what we know right now, I have no trouble believing that we've had a bunch of homosexual presidents with dudes as wives.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I have no trouble believing that at all. I mean, these people are degenerates, man. They are the scum of the earth. They put them out in a PR campaign like there's some kind of a being cut from a better cloth than anybody else, when in reality they're from the fucking skid mark of the underpants of life. They really are. Yeah, that's what gets you. And you look, and this fat bloviating toad ain't no better than the last senile character we had, or the foreigner we had before that, or any of the rest of these freaking puppets that they've ever put up there in front of us.
That's one of the biggest. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I have to be very suspect of anybody that seeks power over other people. I'm like, why do you want that so bad? So much so that you're willing to spend way more than you'll ever hope to make in a salary from that job. What the fuck is with that? Because you care about America so much? Kiss my ass. You do not.
That's one of the biggest problems we've run into too, is like, we need to get rid of this person, or we need to get rid of that person, when in reality, the person that they have ready to go right behind them might be 10 times worse. We need to figure out how to get rid of all these people. I mean, it seems like the next person coming in is just worse than the problem we have currently.
We're
completely
fucking occupied. And if anybody that can't see that, I don't know what to tell you, and it's all y'all's fault. It's all y'all's fault because you vote for these fucks and you believe them, and they're propped up there by a foreign government, and you go, oh yeah, that's kind of suspicious that they're, hey, shut up about that. You're anti-Semitic. Oh, sorry, master. I won't say a thing about it. I won't notice the fucking overwhelming influence that your small population of people has over positions of power and influence. Sorry. And you didn't get there basically on your own achievements. You got there by fucking other people and the nepotism of your own kind.
Yeah. That, and they've always got, they're grooming these demons, right? They're grooming them to be even worse than the ones that they're preceding.
Yeah.
And it's wild to me that.
Well, fuck, we had
the farm.
The DHS, Department of Homeland Security, running that fucking thing out of Tel Aviv.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? For real. Watch this. This is nuts.
What I'm about to say will probably guarantee me an early grave, but fuck it. You need to know the truth. My name is Hunter Howell. I would never harm myself. And I have a document right here that proves the United States government committed treason against the American people. This document is no longer on the internet. It's since been scrubbed. So it'd be a shame if you shared this with as many people as possible to get the truth out there, because it's a very high chance they take this video down as well. Here's what this says. Okay. It's a screenshot of the Department of Homeland Security's X account. There was a new feature that came out recently that talked about where it showed in the world where accounts were stationed in. So the USA Department of Homeland Security, their account is based in Tel Aviv. I'm not being satirical. I'm not fucking joking. Our Homeland Security account is based in Israel. When people were questioning them about it, they responded with a meme of the president looking surprised. And for those of you saying it's fake, there's another document here that I'll read to you because someone asked AI to analyze what was going on the internet, and it's confirmed. Yes, the DHS account briefly displayed location as based in Israel during a new feature rollout, possibly due to a glitch or IP data. That's AI's explanation of it all. It just possibly a glitch. And you can't see it anymore. My call to action, file tax exempt. Share this video with hundreds of people, not just 5 of your friends, with everyone you know. You need to know this document right here could, quite literally what I'm saying, could be the end of me. But you need to know that our government is committing treason and that the way to fight back peacefully is by filing tax exempt. My name is Hunter Howell. I'm sending you my love. Please protect me by 3 buttons over here.
File tax exempt. There you go. But you know the thing, nobody's going to take you out, dude. Nobody's going to take you out. You're going to be all right. Trench coat's the trench coat's a nice touch. I kind of like that. But you know, oh, it's just a glitch, you know, or a mistake or some shit like that. Bullshit. You know, it's like the FBI. Here it is, the FBI. We're the FBI. We can find any man that's wanted, and we fight crime and terrorism, and we're wonderful heroes and shit. It's like, so where's this 20-year-old furry guy? This homosexual furry guy that was supposed to be this guy's boyfriend. Wait, he's gone missing. Hold on a minute. You're the FBI. And you lost a fucking homo in a teddy bear suit. What the fuck are you talking about?
And the sheep buy it.
The selectiveness, it's the selectiveness that they run by. Because there's a thing I was reading around here locally about this football head coach. He has a bunch of warrants out because he had CP on his computer, laptop, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, you think he's the only one, right? None of these people that are probably trying to catch him, none of the people in our government, none of those people would ever have that kind of thing. Matter of fact, they're the ones that are probably making it that he has on his laptop. That's the way the selectiveness of it all just drives me crazy. How they pick these, you know, nobodies pretty much. And, you know, it happens around here. It probably happens everywhere, but it happens around here all the time. Like, oh, the fire chief got caught with CP. It's like, oh, yeah, because not our whole entire government isn't compromised, right?
They found a bunch of it on the computers at the FBI.
Right.
Nobody got in trouble.
So what is it when those guys like the NSA, when they're investigating somebody else, are they not by proxy looking at the same thing? And I can't figure out for the life of me. It's like, okay, so whoever runs the internet, we know who that is, but whoever runs the internet can't keep that stuff off. That you can get rid of comments flat earthers make, you know, because they're so dangerous, but you can't get rid of CP. Give me a break, dude.
Right.
If they control the judges and everything else, then, you know,
that's
how it's done.
Yeah,
look how many of these sting operations have resulted in catching sheriffs, and judges, and shit like that. CEOs of companies, and man, come on.
But those people get off because they can afford the lawyers to get off, you know. Whereas, you know, somebody locally that is just a nobody peon, they, you know, they're stuck and then they're doing 30 years. Not that I don't care. I don't like anybody doing that kind of thing, no matter who they are. I'm just saying that, you know, there's no excuse for it, no, at all. But it's just, I don't know. Yeah, like LJ was saying, the system is pretty much the judges. They're all compromised.
You know, so I put it the best way where no one else has said it like this, where if you vote, you're giving them permission regardless. You know what's the best part? I've never voted, and it makes total sense. So
nice.
Well, you know, and that's the thing too. Choosing the lesser of two evils is still evil. What? It's just not as evil. It makes it okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck
It's not
is
like
that?
someone is counting for real anyway.
What's that?
It's not like there's someone actually counting, 1 vote, 2 votes,
Yeah.
so it doesn't even matter.
Well, they're counting enough that they can add a couple thousand over here, and trucks coming in the middle of the night. But even still, even when that's all said and done, that popular vote's not what decides the election.
Right.
It's all put on thumb drives and digitally, checked anyway these days, and not like you can't, manipulate that at all, right?
If it really
NASA.
worked and was real, you wouldn't be allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
They find a way to keep you from doing it. They never want to take a chance on losing power. But see, that's how they do it, is they got everybody believing that there's Democrats and there's Republicans. No, there ain't. Out here there might be, because you manufactured them. But in reality, these guys are nothing more than Hulk Hogan and Macho Man pretending like they hate each other. They're in the same outfit, man. They're playing the same game, and they're playing you.
Right.
I don't know why you need what we have, what the purpose of them is.
I haven't heard about the alien spaceship in a while. You guys heard anything? Any news?
Oh, the 3i thing. I saw a thing earlier, and apparently an amateur astronomer got a really good picture of it.
Superman.
Well, it kind of looks like an enhanced comet, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's aliens. I don't think it's anything. I haven't seen shit. The only place I've seen any 3i Atlas bullshit is on the internet.
Yeah.
Or on the TV or whatever, somebody talking about it. I have not noticed anything in the sky. I don't think the general public is really biting onto it or giving a shit at all.
Yeah.
They're more worried about Trump sucking Clinton's dick than alien invasion and shit. They dumbed everybody down too far is what happened. They needed to dial it back a little bit, but they did a number on the society. People don't know a fucking thing. I watched a video earlier. This guy was filming in a post office, right? And the police come, right? And he's trying to tell him, he says, this is government this is a government building. He says, this is public property. The guy says, no, the post office is not government property. He says, it's not public property. What? So he went inside and asked the postmaster. And that dumb fucking bitch didn't even know. Said, is this public or is it private? And she's like, and this is the cop asking her. The cop was asking the postmaster if it was public or private, and the fucking bitch didn't know. I'm like, wow, this is where we're at. It's just like soon everyone will be wearing Crocs.
Yeah. That's like if you believe that, people that do believe in the news, I should say, or what media or social media, whatever. When that real ID came out, they were talking about, all government buildings, you'll have to have a real ID to get into. And they had it listed as like post office. Well, I just went and used the post office like a week or so ago. Do you think anybody stopped me and asked me if I had a real ID? Even when I went to pay for everything and do everything, you think they asked me for a real ID? No. It's just they want you believing in that because they expect people to just believe everything they say and go along with it.
Yeah, and they do.
If they would have asked me, I'd be like, all right, see you later.
It's amazing how you can get people to just coerce people into doing it just by manipulating their perception of you. This is why, like I've mentioned him before, James Freeman. He walks in there and starts doing an investigation on the police. And all he's got is a clipboard. And these people start capitulating to his questions and, seeing that almost as like a symbol of some kind of authority.
Yeah.
And will answer most of their questions. And when they won't answer them, like he'll say, and what's your salary every year? And the guy's like, well, that's public record. He says, okay, uncooperative. And then he starts putting on the rubber gloves. And they start getting worried. They're like, what are you putting those on for? He says, that's just procedure. That's what we do when we have uncooperative people.
I never heard of this till you mentioned it last time. I was cracking up.
It's funny as shit. You can do that kind of thing, man. You can really, you know, most people, not everybody, but hell, there was a guy that he was standing in front of the door going into some building. And when people would approach to go in the door, he would just hold his arms out to his side like that, gesture to him to lift their arms up. And they'd lift up their arms, and all he had was a lint roller, and he'd take it like he was scanning them and shit, and then he'd let him go through. And the next guy in line, he didn't even have to tell him. Next guy'd come up and just put his fucking arms out. And this guy wasn't anybody. He was just a guy in a tracksuit with a lint roller.
That's the Ash experiment at work right there.
Yes. It's just right off the bat, the conformity level is amazing with these Muppets, man.
Sav, you know, you just mentioned Crocs. What's hilarious is that freaking movie Idiocracy. It's been free on YouTube for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's always free, and it's like they're just putting it in front of us. Like so, what people
Yeah.
don't see is stuff. A lot of people
What's
do.
interesting is that those are out in society, and a lot of people wear them. Okay, nobody even knew about them when that movie Idiocracy came out. The costume designer was looking for some really stupid shoes that only dumb people would wear, and so she found this startup company that made those, and she ordered a bunch for the extras and all the characters to wear and everything. Next thing you know, boom, they're out in the public, and it's just like that's what I've said, and Mike Judge even says that movie is actually a documentary. But I don't think it took no 500 years. I mean, we're real close right now. I mean, to just about how stupid that shit is.
And the McDonald's stuff, you know, and the DNA. But man, there's this really good movie I came across. It's free on YouTube, and it's like I think friggin' from the '60s, like a long time ago. And here I'm gonna give you the link and the name. It's worth checking out because it's also the same thing. They predict the future. And it's to the point where like just the same thing, like people are just robots, and it's like super weird if you just want to go for a walk. Like people look at you like, what? Like you're supposed to just watch TV all day. I'm gonna put the name for it. It's
Social
worth checking out.
conditioning. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
Yeah, here I'm gonna put it on. It's like it's actually disturbing. Like just even the start of it. It starts with a RAPE scene. So I'm like,
That's what I
whoa.
need is more disturbing. Yes.
Yeah.
That's part of it there too.
I'm gonna find the
it,
name.
they put it in movies and stuff like that, you know, to get a bunch of people. I said that's the thing about it too. They put it in movies for people to watch too, and you know, whatever TV shows, whatever it is. But you know, and then it gets hyped up, and then people start to be like, "Can that happen? Does that happen?"
You remember in They Live? It was in when did they make that? 84, 85?
Something like that. Yeah.
And this was supposedly set in like 1999, the movie setting. And there was a lot of this economic depression and everything else like that. Now, Roddy Piper said that was a documentary.
Yeah.
And you remember the scene where there's all the elites and they're, you know, they've pretty much sold out to the aliens, and they're in that having that banquet. And the guy says, by our projections, by the year 2025, we will have complete control of all of the resources. And everybody claps, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting. These Russian elites, where they're, it's like right out of They Live. Check this out.
This next bizarre video was recorded at a private party in a banquet hall in Russia. The party was attended by billionaires, supermodels, and politicians, basically some of the most rich and powerful people in Russia. Popular Russian musician Sergei Shnorov and his band Ruble were hired to perform at the event. But something very odd happened when there was an unexpected temporary power failure in the venue. The video captures the bizarre glowing eyes of some of the attendees. Although the video only captures a few of them, witnesses claim that most of the people at the party had these same strange glowing eyes.
Выступление, на самом деле, как выступление, но что-то случилось со светом в прекрасный момент, просто погас. Почему-то у большинства людей, которые были в зале, а там были люди совершенно такого серьезного полета, стали светиться глаза. Барабанщик у нас, собственно, выронил палочки, и больше мы песен не играли. Было пи***ц страшно, поэтому мы съебались оттуда даже. Я и не помню, как мы дома оказались.
А кто эти люди были? Можешь назвать фамилии?
Да чего? Ага.
Now, once this bit of video became public, there were all sorts of wild conspiracy theories. Everything from that the Russian cultural elite were all aliens or reptilians, to even claims that they were all vampires. But the prevailing theory was almost as bizarre. Many people believed that these rich and powerful people were using mysterious biological experiments to stay young.
Ужасно, ужасно. Страшно, потому что свет погас, и вдруг эти глаза светящиеся. Мне потом объяснили, что это какой-то эффект stem cell. Я не знаю,
So the theories on this one are divided, but pretty much all of the explanations offered are creepy and strange.
Wow.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Man, wow.
Hey, Sav, I found it, man. It's called Things to Come, and it's right in the name from 1976.
Oh, Things to Come. Wait, I think I saw that back in the day.
Man.
I'm going to check that out.
What is that? Oh, yeah, that's that's 50 years ago. They knew this shit was coming. Yeah, man. It starts with, like I said, a disturbance scene, kind of, but yeah, it's got a weird vibe to it, but yeah.
Well, you know, it was
It's free.
originally 1936.
Things to Come.
Yeah. See, there's a, yeah, you can think you can watch it in the old H.G. Wells, Things to Come. See the newer one. Yeah, here's the newer one. It's like an hour and 10 minutes.
There's more than one. They got
Different. They like did remakes of it.
I was just like,
It's an H.G. Wells story. Same guy that did War of the Worlds. He was one of them sci-fi writers.
Sav, you haven't seen the other one though, right? 1976 was it?
Well, let me see if I can. I'm going to put that date.
Yeah, it's free on YouTube right now. It's been free. It's, like I said, they call it a sci-fi. A lot of the sci-fi, so-called sci-fi, are truth.
See if I can show the trailer. 1970. There we go.
You know, it doesn't have a trailer. That's how weird this movie is, Sav. I just tried to find it, but the whole movie's free on YouTube.
Oh no, that's not it. That's a different one.
Yeah, I just looked. I'm telling you, man, like something's up with this movie. It's kind of like Idiocracy, but in a
Wait, what's this one?
creepy way.
H.G. Wells' The Shape of Things to Come.
No.
1979. That's a
Yeah, they don't have it, Savi, but the whole movie's free on YouTube. I put the link. I'll put the link again for the whole movie.
Sexploitation. This thing up here says Things to Come. Sci-fi sexploitation from Texas. The Shape of Things to Come. That's another. That's 79. That's a sci-fi one too. They use that robot from Lost in Space. Remember that one? Danger, Dr. Smith. Danger.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's where we're at. We're in a lot of trouble here. I ran across a post by someone named Ann Lesby. Okay. Ann Lesby. She's a PhD, and her pronouns are she, her. She's 1/8 black, semi-trans, doctor of metaphysical botany, cannibalistic vegan, best-selling author of Rediscover Plant Gender Identity. And she said, I just found out that this country exists, and I am literally shaking and vomiting.
Nigger? Or yeah, that's what it said.
Come
Yeah,
on.
it's out at the
Get it
sheep.
right.
Yeah, come on, man.
Well,
Ain't no
that's
way.
all right.
Right next to my country and my lake.
I mean, you can say however, whatever.
There's Lake
It's
Chad.
all
No shit.
man-made
I was just
words.
kidding with you, man.
There's Lake Chad right there. No, see
I
that
used to
thing?
hang out there when I was a kid. I remember it. I used to go fishing there quite a bit.
But this is supposedly a
That's some nice walleyes.
a PhD. So next time anybody wants to think that degrees mean you're smart, are you kidding? I can remember snickering about that being a country in Africa when I was in grade school. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, look, they got a country named after them. Oh, you know, it was like second grade or some shit. Oh my god. Yeah. When you think that that's what's going on. So this is kind of cool. I thought it's this guy says it's actually gross how much money China spends on all these elaborate drone shows for its citizens when it could be sending that money to Israel instead. And of course, the guy's being sarcastic as all hell. But this is pretty crazy, man. I mean, we could stand to have shit like this, man, just for entertainment. Then they drop out of the sky and blow everything up. You know, I see a huge potential for catastrophe with shit like that, don't you?
With drones?
Well, yeah, man.
100%.
I mean, what goes up must come down.
There's a reason we still don't have flying cars.
Yeah. Oh, I know. These motherfuckers can't work themselves on an XY axis, much less add a Z to it. Oh, you're all over in trouble.
Imagine people go in the DMV and get their pilot license.
Oh my God, Mrs. Wong gets her flying
Oh
card.
my god.
She's already like, me go across 4 lanes of traffic, no blinker. Good luck, everyone.
Oh my god. Imagine someone like you right now, someone just like a car just like falls in your living room right now. Oops.
That happened when I was a kid. I know shit. There was a highway about a half a mile up from my house, and it ran along the side of the lake, and it was up high kind of compared to, then it went down, and there was some houses right on the lake. And some guy was tanked off his ass, and this was like in the 70s, big cars. And he went off the road, went through the guardrail, and came down through these people's roof right into their kitchen while they were having dinner at the dinner table. And the only person that got hurt was one person got killed, and it was a dinner guest who'd come over for dinner. But I remember that in the paper, there was a picture of the damn car sticking out of the top of the house, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing how many times. I was surprised you said somebody actually died. Like, I'm amazed at how many times that's actually happening. Like, people are either gone that day or nothing ever happens. It's kind of amazing because it does happen a lot.
Oh my God.
Drunk, somebody missed a corner, the sun came in their eye around the corner, or they were drunk, or whatever the case may be.
On their phone.
Yeah, whatever the case.
We've all been there.
It always happens, but it's kind of amazing how many real bad situations they ultimately avoid as far as death goes or something like that.
And one quick foreshadow for that movie Things to Come. They do show a lot of titties because this is from the 70s, and back then there was like no censorship.
All right. Well, I gotta go, guys. I'll be back.
Yeah, man. You got them big old cookie nipples. We're talking.
They don't make them like that no more.
Talking full bush, too, boy. Full bush. You need a set of hedge clippers just to get into that.
Keep it natural. Like it's like you're in a forest. You're like hunting in the forest.
It's a garden, baby. Let it grow, right?
It's like you're in the forest at night. You have to like look, guide through.
Get a fucking weed eater just to get in. There it is. God damn. Is it supposed to look like that? Holy shit. All right, we're getting into bad areas.
Adam and Eve.
Rapunzel, let down your sweet hair. Oh my God. Oh shit.
That reminded me of the meme of FDFE with his nose.
Oh God, yeah. I got a thing about him too. I was gonna show. It's about a 5-minute long thing somebody made. It's from Robot Polisher.
Oh, you haven't been seeing him in a while.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I ran across this. Remember that French Canadian guy that was on the other night, Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, he posted it on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot all about that." Yeah. But anyway, this is pretty good right here too.
What is that? I mean, look at that. What is the Star of David? Is there a Star of David in the Bible? What is this?
There actually is. It's the seal of Solomon.
Everybody just accepts that this star represents Judaism. This is the star of the Jews. This is the Star of David. No Jew in the time of Jesus would have seen such a symbol. It was only in the 1600s in the city of Prague that star started to become this distinctive symbol for Jews. And now today, it's everywhere. In the Acts of the Apostles, Stephen preaches that, quote, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon.
The only time you have any mention in the Bible of the children of Israel using a star as a banner or taking up a star as a symbol, it is a false god. It's part of their pagan satanic worship of Moloch or Remphan. They took up the star of their god Remphan. God never gave them this and said, use this. It makes more sense that it has to do with Remphan than the God of the Bible, since God never prescribed this.
Well, Remphan being not God would then be a false god.
Well, absolutely. The so-called Star of David is, of course, a satanic symbol because Judaism is a satanic religion. I don't care what symbol Judaism uses to represent itself. That's a satanic symbol.
There you have it, man. Does incorporate 666. It incorporates the 666.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at here. Hang on.
They're so obvious with those, man.
Well, if nothing else, it sure has shined a light on their evil doings.
Look at there.
Yeah.
There's your friend, LJ. That's your buddy.
Storytime in the world of FTFE. I went over to him and I was like, excuse me, I noticed you finished with your machine and you hadn't wiped it down. I'd like to use it next. Could you please wipe it down? And his response was, fuck off. And I was like, well, that's not very nice. I'll just get the attendant and ask them to get you to do it. Could you please just wipe down your equipment? Fuck off. Go and get the attendant then. So I went and got the attendant. Well, I tried to get the attendant, but the attendant had a go at me.
As though I was causing a problem.
There's my Karen. Guys of my crazy life, which always seems to be full of me conflicting with people
because I stand up to bullies and no one else does.
Because you're a little crying bitch.
And then this other guy was like, oh, why are you bullying him? I'm like, I'm not. I'm dealing with the guy that's being a bully. So yeah, a lot of fun for that today, right? Flat Earth is a lie, and a dangerous lie. Your inability to accept the consensus is irrelevant. Who cares what the ancients thought? They were all idiots. There's no firmament. We can tell there's no firmament because we go to space. Firmament isn't a thing. There's nothing that has ever debunked the globe. The people that go into Flat Earth lose their families. They lose everything. They become wrecks. They become convinced that everything and everyone is out to get them. We're mad because you guys tell all of science that they're wrong. I'm always angry. I am fueled by rage. It's just how I am. I am the personification of anger. My issues are mental right now. Pretty severe mental health issues. I struggle with everything. You want me to be honest? I struggle to stream. My brain tells me that I'm shit and I don't want to do this, and I'm scared to come and stream because people aren't going to like what I do. I'm struggling to do anything at the moment with my mental health issues. Please, if you see me out, don't talk to me about my mental health because I will just cry at you. Yeah, we're going to insult you because you're fucking morons. We're not bad people. We're actually good people because we're trying to stop your stupidity from spreading into the general populace. We are trying to make sure that the fucking moronic things that you say aren't absorbed by normal people. Because your stupidity is a plague on humanity. You shouldn't be allowed to use the internet.
You should have that ability taken away from you.
Because you are too thick to have the things that you say be heard by other people. Every time you speak, the IQ of the world drops. And not just by a small bit. You actually reduce the average IQ of the planet by a large amount. What the fuck's wrong with porn and drugs? It's not thinking differently, it's thinking stupidly. We don't like people that think stupid things and put it online. God didn't give me any free will. I have free will because of evolution. We do not have an emotional attachment to space. It's pretty fucking cool. We're not trolls. We are people pointing out that you're fucking stupid. Deal with it. Stop being a whiny little baby.
I'm scared to come and stream because people aren't going to like what I do.
I know I've, not been around as much as often as before, and it is a result of dealing with my mental health issues. Like I said, literally I'm scared to stream right now because my brain tells me you're not good at doing what you're doing, and where's the bass drop?
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
I don't call myself a flat earther, but watching globe debaters, they're pushing me towards flat earth. Fuck the flat earth, or whatever his name is. FTFE thinks he's so smart. I'm not a flat earther, and I can't stand this dude. So illogical and emotional. That guy, he was talking shit to me in comments on YouTube, and I'm like, I'm not even a freaking flat earther, So pathetic. It's just pathetic.
It's the amazing. Isn't she beautiful?
Ahoy hoy, I'm playing a war.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah, that's the globe side there. Yeah.
Hey, I've come to a conclusion. It can only be three things with FTFE. One, he's a result of an MK Ultra experiment. Two, he's been paid and he's an actor. Three, he's just like a crazy NPC that he really believes this. Can't be any other one.
Well,
maybe.
I think more of it is that he likes to argue and confront and shit like that, and he doesn't care if he's right or wrong.
He's a self-admitted mental illness.
Yeah.
Yes, self-admittedly saying he has mental illness, and he's calling all of us stupid. And
He's a debater.
Has conversations with his brain. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
he's the one that says, "Oh, you guys are stupid," and it's like, dude, it's self-admittedly insane. Okay, which you'd have to believe. You would have to be. If you have heard and the things that have been told to you over the last, and all the logic and the debunking of your stupid shit, that sooner or later, you would come to the conclusion that, you know what, they got a point there. But they won't. They want to believe in this childish thing about going into space and floating around. Let me tell you something. You think that would be cool, okay? But that would get old really fucking quick.
Yeah.
Now,
17,000 miles an hour.
Well,
Not
imagine
only
that.
that.
What's the longest flight you've ever been on?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Now, try a flight that's made up of several months. or even years.
And 20 times the speed.
Supposedly, but yeah.
And all this to go to some what you believe is a dusty red planet, okay, that's twice as far from the Earth than the Earth is from the sun, and you're going to go there, and then what? You can't come back. You sure as fucking got the shit to come back with, unless you start drilling oil and synthesizing, which you're not going to do. So then you go through all your whole DVD collection. You watch every streaming movie that you possibly could ever have had. You've
While
gone
stuck in a
outside.
suit.
Yeah, you got to put on your little suit, go outside, hop around a little bit, look at some fucking rocks and shit. But you can't go very far, or you'll run out of air. So there you go. Now what do? You go back to your little fucking habitat and shit. Okay. 5 years goes by. Every day, this is what you do. Okay. Now, how cool is that? Right? If that were even a possibility.
That's like you're in a idiocracy. Like you're just stuck to the spaceship and that's it.
Yeah. And they think there's going to be shootouts and laser battles and all this other freaky shit. You're going to get to fuck green broads like Captain Kirk and everything. Listen, man, those are cool stories. I still enjoy like Star Trek The Next Generation. I know that's all based off bullshit, but I also look at it from this aspect to it too. Did you ever notice that every one of these science fiction space movies, that they're always some kind of a military and they resemble the Navy? Why?
That's a good point.
Right? They have ships and they even name them just like the ships. Even in Star Trek, those ships that have the name of current military naval ships right now and from the past as well. And they all carry the rank that the Navy would carry. We just reference the water. Here we go with the water again. What is going on here? But you know, I still like those shows, but you know, it would never be like that. It would be like, look, I've never been able to watch 2001: A Space Odyssey all the way through without fucking falling asleep.
Me either.
Never watched it. Yeah.
It's so boring. It's so much. I mean, the special effects are cool, but it's just like so drags on forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, and the music kind of walls you.
And you really kind of think about it from that abstract point. Okay, I get in this thing, I go to Mars, and you know, let's just suppose I've got all the shit to build a small habitat and be able to have my food, and you know, maybe even a little rover that runs off of the dim solar power from that distance to the sun, or a nuclear battery like they claim, or whatever else. Okay, let's suppose we've got all that bullshit. There's no.
What are we gonna eat?
There's no place to go. There's nothing to do. You're just gonna roll around only to a certain proximity because you'll run out of power or air. And you got to come back to your little habitat and take off your little suit, and you sit there and do what? What are you going to do? Just think about
what are we gonna eat?
Well, you can grow your potatoes in your poop.
We're not gonna survive on that.
Not to mention, no matter how much you like the people you're there with, everybody starts to get on everybody's nerves at some point, and you're stuck inside a little capsule with these people, you know, and each individual little thing that they do after time will wear on you, you know, and it's like, how the hell can I get away from this situation? I can't. I'm stuck.
Yeah, that's it. You're there for the rest, you know. Unless there's some other kind of miracle comes about, you're not coming back. Where are you going to get the fuel from? Unless they develop more efficient ways to go back and forth. But shit, that'll take years. Look at, we're supposed to have commercial space flight by now, going to the moon. There's supposed to be bases on the moon. This is we're a quarter of the way through the 21st century.
Psych. They say we can't even go 1% of the distance to the moon.
They never could. Or what the claimed distance. The claimed
Yeah, of course. yeah.
They've got people convinced that when you look up at the night sky, that you're looking off into infinity.
Hundreds of thousands.
What is it?
You're just looking at the fucking ceiling. There's an illusion of depth. There's an illusion of depth based on nothing more than the size and brightness of the different stars. You take a pair of binoculars or whatever, and you look up at the stars, focus in on one, and you're focused in on all of them. Now, if they were truly different distances away, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're right there. So
they almost got there with the travel with the Blue Origin, right?
Yeah.
They got part of the way there. You know, it was like a little bounce house. They bounced them up there and they came back down. But on top of that, I haven't heard a single thing since then. Like, they haven't been trying to say that they're going to send any more people, because that was such a drastic failure.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, we really messed that one up. Now what are we going to do?
It seemed like there was a big push all at once. You had the Duffy thing going on at the same time as them sending Katy Perry up and all that other shit. You know, really trying to make a big push, like I said before, like the Germans did in the Ardennes in 1944. The Battle of the Bulge. You know, I think that was like their, all right, we're going to put everything we can into it, and it just didn't fucking work.
Hell no, it didn't.
Didn't work.
Well, man.
And that's good. We don't need that dumb shit to work. You know, and that's like what FTFE was saying there. He's going, we're trying to keep you from infecting the world with your stupidness. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're breaking people away from your ridiculous fucking lies and fantastical claims of outer space and containerless balls of gas and all this other fucking bullshit that you try to push. It ain't gonna work, man.
You know what's funny, man? Like 5 years ago, you know those supposedly rocket landing videos. There's like a few of them we've all seen.
Yeah,
I used to I remember watching these and like man, that's pretty cool. Like believing it. But yeah, man, I'm glad like I woke up.
Well, it's like, look, here's how that would work. You could take an object a lot like this. See this vape, right? Take something like that, a pencil, what have you, some kind of a long oblong object, balance it on your finger, okay? And you can get to a point where you can kind of balance it on your finger, and you have to keep adjusting. You have to keep adjusting, and then try to set that fucking thing down someplace like that. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. Things don't want to stay like this. They really don't. It's ridiculous. And then you're using up the whole point of having stages of rockets is so that each stage has fuel in it. And when that fuel burns, you get rid of the tank and you go to the next stage, right? And you've not only lightened up the load of the rocket itself, but you've got another fresh supply of fuel, right? Well, for that thing to come back and land again, it's going to take probably twice as much of the fuel to stop it from coming down as fast and landing precision. And there's no control surfaces on it. How the fuck are they moving it back and forth? And you can't tell me you're doing it with the little jets underneath. I'm sorry.
Zero chance. Zero. Absolutely.
Thing right over. You'd flip it right over.
Things like a bottle rocket.
Yeah. That's I can't get down with that, you know.
Yeah, the whole thing, the speeds, all of it. And it's funny because they make supposedly called planets, they make them like balls, and then the rocket looks like a shaft. It's just like, what the fuck? Everything is like perverted with NASA.
Oh, you're probably not old enough. Anybody here remember a TV show called WKRP in Cincinnati?
Oh, yeah, I was young, but I remember it.
Nope.
Oh my God. The Thanksgiving episode. Have you ever seen that one?
Probably, but it's been so long.
Oh my God.
Like I was young when I seen it.
This is great. Now, I mean, it's kind of ADHD, but fuck it, I'm going to pull this off. This was great. I remember this. Now, this guy right here on the screen, this is Les Nessman.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's their news guy at the radio station.
Yeah, I think
the premise of the show, for those of you that don't know about the show, the premise of the show was that it was a failing Cincinnati radio station. And they brought in kind of a wild card director and a new DJ and stuff to try to revive the station. Now, Ness has been with the station for a long time, and he's their news guy. And he's so proud that he has the Ohio Buckeye News Hawk Award. You know, it's just because he gives agricultural reports, basically. So anyway, this was a Thanksgiving event that was set up, and he was on site remote to the radio station. And this is pretty good. This is funny.
Man, this is Les Nessman, your man on the scene here at the Pinedale Shopping Center where the excitement is mounting. We're here to witness the big WKRU Turkey Thanksgiving giveaway. Hey, you got permission to be out here? What? You're blocking my store here, buddy. Don't you know who I am, huh? I'm Les Nessman. I won the Buckeye News Hawk Award last year. Good for you, Buckeye. Now get out of my doorway. I'm sorry. Freak. So far, so good, huh? I'm here with hundreds of people who have gathered to witness what has been described as perhaps the greatest turkey event in Thanksgiving Day history. All we know for sure is that in a very few moments there are going to be a lot of happy people out here. Now the crowd is curious but well behaved, and I think I hear something now. The crowd is moving out into the parking area, and oh yes, I can see it now. It's a helicopter, and it's coming this way. It's flying something behind it. I can't quite make it out. It's a large banner, and it says, Happy Thanksgiving from W. Hey! What a sight, ladies and gentlemen, what a sight. The copter seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object, perhaps a skydiver, plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet in the air. The third. No parachutes yet. Skydivers. I can't tell just yet what they are, but oh my God, they're turkeys! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes. One just went through the windshield of a parked car. This is terrible. And one's running around pushing each other. Oh my goodness! Oh, the humanity! Oh, people are running about. The turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement. I don't know how much longer the crowd is running for their lives. I think I'm going to step inside. I can't stand here and watch this anymore. No, I can't go in there. Children are searching for their mothers, and not since the Hindenburg tragedy has there been anything like this. I don't know how much longer I can hold my position here, Johnny. The crowd.
Les, are you there? Les isn't there. Thanks for that on-the-spot report.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
That was the greatest, man. At the end of that, he comes in there, he's just like, because he wanted to set up this big Thanksgiving promotion and shit, and he was doing it on his own. Mm-hmm. As God is my witness, I swear that I thought turkeys could fly. Yeah, everybody was pretty hot over Lonnie Anderson back then.
Yeah, I remember my stepdad had a poster of her out in the garage.
Oh, this is crazy. This woman went to damn it,
Lonnie and Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett. You know, on WKRP though, the girl that was the marketing director, you know, the Bailey. She the dark-haired girl.
I know who you're talking about. I didn't know the name of her, but yeah.
I always thought she was way hotter than Lonnie Anderson. Lonnie Anderson was, you know, there's such thing as a chick being too hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did she date or something? Burt Reynolds, I want to say.
Yeah, Lonnie Anderson did. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Okay.
I had a poster of her in my room with a swimsuit. You could see her nipples right through it. You know.
Apparently, a lot of people had those posters.
I have something similar I can show you guys.
careful.
Hang on, I gotta go. Don't put on nothing that can get me in trouble.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I mean, we have whatever boobs, but whatever.
We can talk about nipples, we just can't show nipples, okay?
Titties.
Well, can you describe what you're going to show?
I'm gonna grab a pack of smokes, man.
Oh man, I tried to show this last time. Well, was here.
Wesley.
That was funny. Oh my god.
Good old Wesley.
Well,
really, Sam? Really? Where's D-Man? D-Man does a good fucking impersonation. Really, Sam? Little child. What a fucking read. Riri.
Oh my god, man.
The only thing about
Speaking of Riri.
What's that?
I said, speaking of Riri's, have you ever heard of John Fetterman?
Yeah. What? I'm drawing a blank, but yes. Oh yeah, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's like some kind of a lurch, and then they said he had a stroke, and that's why he's retarded.
Yeah.
But he's still in office
Mm-hmm.
because it's okay. You can be retarded and be in
Right.
Congress. You know, it's obvious. You know, I mean, they haven't made that blatantly clear. What's happening, Luke? Luke, trust your feelings, Luke.
That's
all happening. It's all happening.
It's all happening.
That's the other thing about some of these characters too. It's like supposedly he's been more flipped to the Republican side, and then you had what's her name, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She kind of went more to the left side. You know, it's this is how you know they're all in it together. They all go back and forth.
Sure.
Because they were never one way or the other before. They've always been the same.
Well, see, now that everybody's discovered it's a uniparty, now they're going to try to introduce a third party.
Sure, they already done that
They've
before.
been floating that idea. Elon was floating it, and now they're going, yeah, MAGA is giving way to America first.
Right.
You know,
Sure.
which I like it. I like that better. It's not as ambiguous of a slogan. Not that there's any credence to be put to it, but make America great again. We've talked about how ambiguous of a statement that is. It's like, okay, so when was America great, and what defines greatness? So everybody's got a different idea of that. But America first, that means, yeah, we put ourselves as a priority over all this other bullshit. You know,
Why do we need another party to do the obvious?
Oh yeah, I'm saying
why
as
do
far
we
as
gotta create this
the
crap?
stance of where they come, you know, where they stand at, you know, as far as that's concerned, I don't care one way or the other. I don't need other men to tell me. All they do is get me into problems.
Yeah.
You know,
Why don't we just get rid of our problems, these people, instead of creating another one that's clearly just going to cause the same issue eventually down the line?
Have you ever started a war?
Not that I know
never
of.
started a war. I don't think anybody.
The Great
up here has ever
Christmas War of
started a war.
1985, maybe, but anyway.
But I mean, for real, ain't none of us ever started a war. We've never wanted to aggressively attack another nation and take their resources, have we? Well, these fuckers acting on our behalf do it all the time.
I know.
It ain't just the United States.
That's how I don't see bringing another party into the to the mix is going to solve anything.
So my thing is basically this, man. It's like, don't vote. It only encourages them.
Yeah.
Well, then they can just do whatever they want. They're already doing whatever the fuck they want. And to make matters worse, we put up with it because they'll say, oh, yeah, we can't talk about that crime because of national security. Dude, if your national policy revolves around illegal crimes, then no, that's not national security. That's definitely of national interest, and we need to know about it.
Yeah. Besides the point, they've already had other, but they've got supposedly the Independent Party, the Libertarian Party, the Green Party. Are any of these people different? No. You know, they're just they're just there for, you know, to give you a supposed another option, but that never really is another option.
Remember the Tea Party?
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to drop that one too.
Yeah, Tea Party. Where's it at now?
The ground roots movement or whatever, any of those dumb things, but yeah.
I mean, it started out as a grassroots movement,
sorry,
and it was quickly co-opted by neocons.
Yeah,
it gave them a chance to rebrand themselves.
It's
which
just a
was
disguise for them to filter over back into the same
Yep.
same things as before. But sorry, Luke, go ahead.
Luke, you wanted to say something, buddy?
Oh yeah, I put a video in the chat. If
Okay.
you want to put it in the queue, it's about
What you
the
got?
missing land.
Oh
If you
god,
got
okay.
time.
I missed all that shit that was going on back here. With party
I
poet.
haven't been looking back there at all.
I just now noticed that. I didn't. Oh, let's see.
I have to cam down and look back there though.
It wasn't much. It was just like 2 messages.
I'm bad at not looking at the private chat. So.
Yeah, I am too. Well, that's what kind of sucks about streaming, or at least
Oh,
on
yeah.
the guest end of it. You can't really
No,
see, like on Restream, you can see the chat and everything. I have to look down at my phone to read chat. So
Party Poet, the $5 million guy. I was like to him, we don't want to buy what you're selling. He was like, it's free, no selling. I was like, send Sav $1,000 now.
yeah,
And
Pony's
he's,
perfect.
dude, you should have 10 million, right, or
Are
more.
you just up here to type in the chat? You're not really here to say anything, or what? Party Poet. Party.
Can you
Poet.
hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah,
you.
man.
Okay. Basically, look at it this way. When Ryan said he wanted to do a hit piece on it, I had
This
no
is what you
problem.
go to every time, man. Anyway, go
No.
ahead.
No, but
Are we
basically,
still on that again?
well, no,
thing?
he butchers the sign up, flags himself as a potential problem, and they ding $90 a month for that. If he would have signed up the way I told him, everything on the site is free. But Ryan projected himself as a potential problem for asking stupid questions. So they always ding people for that.
Well, I got an answer. Why don't you go confront Ryan about that instead of coming on Soft Show to bring it up every time?
I haven't seen his video or nothing yet.
Because
Bro, send Sav $10,000 right now. Come on.
if Ryan doesn't answer emails, I would happily do that if I thought it proved something.
It would.
It would. It's not every day somebody can drop like $1,000 and it doesn't even affect them none. You know, I mean, that would be an indication that, hey, this guy really did get into some money here. You know,
Also, it would be a good gesture besides the point.
Yeah, I'm worth that anyhow.
Besides when Donald Trump came.
I don't have a problem with you being worth that or not. It's just that here's a guy who has $1,000 and he just sent it for no reason, but he's still lying. We have to get over the fact that I'm not
nobody will
lying
send
to you to begin
$1,000
with.
for no reason. It's not for no reason. It's to verify that small amount of money in comparison to the amount of money that you've claimed that you got.
This is like arguing with Wesley about the globe.
I'd be
No,
like,
it's not that. It's just that the
yeah,
moment you tell
$1,000 gives you $40.
No, see, here's the thing, Dave, that you don't realize. The moment you tell someone you came into a lot of money, the first thing that comes out is, can you lend me some?
Nah,
Everybody.
I
It's
didn't
like
ask you to lend me
No,
anything. I asked you to give it to me.
It's a donation.
I get that part. Trust me, I get that part. If I honestly thought that sending you $1,000 would speed this up, I'd be more than happy. If you could get Ryan,
hold on, speed what up?
Ryan went to the website.
Hold on. You're saying that would speed this up. What is it that we're speeding up?
Well, basically, look at it this way. Nobody wants to believe that the thing works. I finally found someone who has an inkling of what's going on. That's Ryan. And basically, Ryan still thinks it doesn't work. But he didn't go on the website. He didn't even look at my video, which everything says how to sign up so that they don't charge you any money. But he went and butchered the sign up, and then everybody says, "Oh yeah, it costs $90 a month." It doesn't.
So
It's free.
what do you?
It does though.
What do you want to do about that now?
Well, basically, I was hoping that Ryan could sign up with a sock account. I'm sure he's got one.
Well,
This is so shady.
as Chad brought up or just a minute ago, that's probably something. Maybe go on his show or in his chat or on his email or whatever else. And
he doesn't answer.
well,
He's
that's
not
not my problem. He's a grown man with a family and shit. He lives in a completely different state than I do, man. What do you
Not
want
to
me to do? You want me to ground him or what?
So I don't want
No,
any of
I
your
thought
money.
that if you could pass off an email going, could you try it this way? Which has it's got a conditional letter of acceptance, a working model already used by hundreds of thousands of people.
Hundreds
So
of thousands of people.
I don't want
Zero
any,
chance.
I don't want any of your money, right? So here's an idea. How about you live stream yourself going and giving $1,000 to your favorite charity of choice and proving that you have this so-called money you have, and then just as long as it's on live stream, I guess that's a pretty good indicator that you might have that money.
Hundreds of
Or-
thousands.
everything
bank account.
nowadays is fakeable. There's the
Bank
problem.
statement.
What's
Is it in the bank?
Oh yeah.
Well, all right. If it ain't
Yeah,
charity,
so bank statement. Take your personal details
Bro,
and account
Bank
number.
there's
zero
ways, there's ways to
chance.
go about this.
I got a
and you're just
15-year-old down the street that can basically do wizardry with a computer. So if he can do it, I'm not the one who's going to basically go on going, look, here's a bunch of money. It really works. And to have the person turn around going,
This has
there's
gotta
a
be
guy
a
who sent me
troll,
a bunch
man.
of
All right,
money.
so why don't you
No
buy him a
sense.
brand new
Here's
laptop
what I
that's worth
find really
$1,000?
okay. This is almost like it's a sales pitch.
This has gotta
It
be a
is.
troll.
Listen,
Believe me, it starts to feel like
if I had millions of dollars that I have obtained this way, and I tell somebody, I say, "Hey, you can actually do this," and they say, "No, man, I don't believe it," I'd just be like, "Oh, okay. I don't care. Don't believe it. I don't give a shit. I did it. I've taken care of my business and everything, but it seems like it's really important to you to have people go there and sign up for this thing."
because then it speeds up what I want to
It's
do.
too obvious,
Oh,
What
bro.
is it that
yeah,
you
that
want
helps
to
you
do?
out.
What do you want to do?
Get a government that works.
There's no such thing.
Well,
You know how I
there is.
know this is not real? Because if it was, this is the last thing you would do because you would not want other people to know about this. Come
Why?
on, man.
Anybody can go.
Because
All
if
right,
everyone
hold
is a
on.
millionaire, then what is your money worth? Nothing. That's how you know.
Your money is worth nothing to begin with, so don't worry about that.
He is
No,
right.
that's
He
not
is right
true.
about that.
If you're a millionaire right now, it does worth something. But if everyone is a millionaire, then no. So that's how we know this is not real, man. Come on.
No, I'm telling you, basically, if people in government cannot be bribed with 5 shares of BlackRock stock,
But aren't you
well,
kind of having to get in bed with them to get that anyway?
no, I think the moment you get into politics, BlackRock automatically starts knocking on your door.
No, I meant by going through this process and getting this so-called money, isn't that pretty much participating within that system?
No, this system has been created outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was created so that so that we didn't have a government that we have now. But what they ended up doing is teaching everyone that you're worthless scum, and that you have to do whatever the oligarchy says. And
Well, I'm already down for not doing what the oligarchy says. I don't recognize any government. I don't recognize any authority. Okay. And I do just fine by doing what I do. I don't think that going into this thing, it doesn't even interest me, tell you the truth. I think it's very suspect. The fact that you have to withhold certain information on a live stream if you want people to know, why don't you can't.
as far as that goes, Dave, I kind of thought about it. That can be explained this way: if a family member of yours gets in trouble with the law that involves going to court, and you tell them how to beat the court charges, let's say by claiming your sovereignty, Technically, you are breaking the law by telling your family member how to get out of court. Just so you know, technically, you are.
How is that breaking the law?
You're aiding and abetting.
It's aiding and abetting what?
Well, basically, it's the same thing as if there's a speed trap and you tell people that there's a speed trap up
That's
ahead.
not against the law either. That's not against the law either.
And you tell people that there's a speed.
Who am I getting at?
No, actually, I got busted for that, aiding and abetting.
Then you're not as smart as you think you are. Then, because
No, I was.
all you would have had to do is cite case law, and the Supreme Court's already
Hey,
ruled on that.
Party, you know Will Duffy by any chance?
Will Duffy. Well, I know who he is. I don't know him personally. No.
So a couple of people brought up to me the fact that you used to go on Jaron's show and do this very same thing. And so
And then
we're right
with
back
the
here
exact,
now, all these
with
years
the
later,
exact, that
and you're
was
still in the
before.
same boat as you were before. So it kind of tells me that you're not really making much progress. If it,
No, I made progress. First, Jaron said, "Show me a free
How
credit
much money
card."
are you making? What percentage commission? Like $10 a site?
No, I don't. I'm telling you, the whole thing is free to sign up. It's literally free as long as you tell them
free.
that. As long as you tell them that
5 million is for free.
no, they're basically they'll show you everything you want, but the moment you flag yourself as a problem, they'll ding you for that.
Well,
And
I'm
like
not.
I said,
I'm not going to sign up for it. If anybody out there wants to go ahead and sign up for it, feel free, go to it. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I'm not interested in it.
Definitely don't even entertain it. Come on, man. $5 million for free.
You should probably go start your own YouTube show and tell everybody about it.
Well, he's got.
Nobody will believe you.
Dude, okay, you have millions in your bank.
What makes you think that you're going to get more credibility by trying to hawk it here?
Well, dude, you have millions in the bank.
If you show the folks, look, here, I went, did it, and got it checked, they'll believe you.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it because I'm very, very, very wary of this.
He doesn't want to be aiding and abetting.
Yeah, I don't want to aid and abet.
You've had millions in your bank for years, and you're here at 10 p.m.
This is
months.
recent.
Okay, so you would be like, this is super new. You'd be like enjoying it. You'd be trying things out. You wouldn't be here at 10 p.m. Come on, man.
Well, where I am at 10 p.m., as far as physically, is completely different than this website. But I'm not.
You're right.
I'm
I
not
assumed, but
I'm
still.
not knocking the fact that you can go and do it. But the moment you tell someone that you can go and do it, you run into a whole lot of resistance.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's funny.
Why do you think that is?
I never thought.
Why do you think that is?
Because the oligarchy did a really good job on hiding this.
No, it's not that. It's not that it was hidden.
Sounds like a
Everybody
religion.
knows that there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Yep, 100%.
Okay.
I've heard that.
Reality.
Believe me, I've heard
the reason that it doesn't even matter to me is because I'm just in the world. I'm not of the world. I don't care about money. I have what I need, and I always have what I need. God provides. I'm good to go. I don't need to be wealthy. I don't need to do any of that shit. Okay. I'm here. I'm having my experience, and I don't worry about it. Whatever I need comes to me. I'm not going to worry about, and if you get into that shit, I've heard about people getting fucking nailed and going to prison on that dumb shit. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, Sav, you know what's funny? There's hours.
Wait. It pisses me off to begin with that I have to do everything using Federal Reserve debt notes. I mean, that's fucking insane to begin with. The thing that we need to do is just stop. We need to just stop. We keep feeding the system and under the guise of fighting the system, and you're not really fighting it. You're feeding it.
Yeah. There's hours of compilations of lottery winners whose lives get so much worse than before they won. Okay, how about this party poet? Let's say I do this, right? And let's say I buy a Ferrari and some crazy shit, and you don't think the cops are gonna pull up to my house, right? And then what
They
I'm
left,
gonna tell them?
they left my house alone. Tell you that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What am I gonna tell them when they see the Ferraris and shit?
You got everything legally. What's their beef?
Not really, because you use their Federal Reserve notes to purchase it with, so it's theirs.
Actually, you buy
Can I make it?
you buy
Hey,
you
Sov,
buy
can I
your
make a
car.
suggestion? Sorry, Patty.
You buy
Can I make a
no,
suggestion,
hang on.
Sov?
Can I just
Go
say
ahead.
that you buy everything using forms to begin with?
We're going to have another hour of this derailing.
No, we're not. I'm about to end it here in just a second because I got other shit that was on topic. We weren't here to talk about this shit
stuff.
here tonight, Party Poet. We're not going to sign up for it. I'm never, ever, 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 ever signing up for that. Ever. Okay? So don't ask me anymore. If you've got
Not
something to take up with Ryan, take it up with him as far as signing up or any other damn thing. Okay? I'm not interested in it.
Okay.
Makes sense? I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole or nothing. I'm just not fucking interested.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. So I'm going to show this, and then there was a thing that Luke sent me here just a moment ago. This is wild. This is that Fetterman guy.
When I went to Senator John Fetterman's office in my military uniform, and he walked out and waved an Israeli flag in my face and then slammed the door in my face. That was when I knew that our politicians, like, this was much deeper than anything that I could have ever imagined. And that there was the Zionists and the Israeli government had infiltrated inside of our government. You know, that opened the door to AIPAC and to lobby groups and to blackmail that they have on our politicians and Christian Zionists. You know, it's a lot of information to digest. And unless you're doing this every day, it's almost impossible to keep up with how complex the situation is. But if just keeping it on the surface level is that I'm here because children should not be bombed.
Come out, a U.S. congressman come out of his office waving an Israeli flag. What the fuck? What if he come out waving a Chinese flag? You think anybody'd be upset about that? Do you think people say, hey, what the fuck is that U.S. congressman waving a Chinese flag? How about a Palestinian flag?
What about an American flag? Some seem to get upset when they do that.
I know.
No, but like you mentioned before, you know, what's people's attachment to any flag? But yeah.
Well, yeah, that's insane.
The brainwashing with flags in general is deep, man. That's crazy.
It is sigils. It's sigil magic. Look at it. You sit there, people swearing an oath to a piece of fucking cloth hanging on a pole or a stick. I pledge allegiance to this piece of fucking cloth and the reprehensible sons of bitches that it represents. Basically what you're saying. Look at these reprehensible fucks that I'm swearing allegiance to. Jesus.
Think about the military in general. We both served. Each branch does too. Each branch, each division, each little thing has their own separate flags within it, you know, and they all, you know, kind of swear to that little group that they're in too. On top
And
of it,
what do they call that?
Insignia or
insignia.
Yeah.
What word do we find right in the middle of that one? Sig, as in sigil.
Yeah.
There it is, man.
What's that?
Sigils are signs and shapes, things like that. Flags,
like,
banners, logos. Yeah.
But yeah, even within each little portion of military, there's individual flags just between those, and they all kind of, you know, have their own little competition going on within that.
Yeah, trophies probably if you win or do good.
Awards, and
awards. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like presidential unit citations and shit like that you wear. And you didn't even have to be part of the unit when it got the presidential citation. If you're in the unit, you get to wear it, you know.
A service award for so many years in, you know, whatever. But yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Hey, Luke, thank you for saving us from that guy, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no doubt, right? I mean, it was just like, I don't know how many times. You know, I think it's trying to sell it so bad.
Like Will
You know?
Duffy.
Well, yeah, I'm not buying. Okay, that's the first thing right off the bat. And I really hate when people keep after I'm like, I'm not interested, and they keep going, but wait, there's more. I'm like, I don't give a fuck there, Billy Mays. I don't care if there's 100 more. Shut up. I don't want it, you know. I mean, I hate to have to get that way with people, you know. But man, it's like, take a fucking hint, read the room. No one here is believing this dumb shit. Nobody's gonna go there. Nobody's gonna pay $99 a month or whatever the fuck it is for that stupid shit.
It's the same thing every time, too. You know, you have nothing else to add but that. It's always the same subject within.
Bring a
Even
few
if that was
bring a few of these hundreds of thousands of fucking people that do it. Bring a few of them up here.
Whatever, testimonies, whatever you need.
Bro, even if it was real, you're automatically going to be on the FBI's list. Imagine friggin' $4 million deposit, and then you buy something. Come on, man.
He's already on the FBI's list just for showing up on this channel.
Sorry,
That's right. That's right. We're locked and loaded.
You know, I'm not so much worried about being on a list. I want to be number one. That's what I'm after.
Going for that top spot.
I remember they had that like top 10 list like back in 10, 20 years ago. They had those shows.
See, this is this one. Terra de Lesso, Land of Jesus. How does that translate?
Most wanted.
Land of Jesus. Terra de Lesso. Lesso is Jesus? I don't know. I need to know about that.
So I went up to on Google Earth and different maps, and I was looking at the Bering Strait, and I noticed that if the Earth is a clock,
Is it playing a voice? Is it playing sound?
24 hours.
Are you guys not hearing any sound?
I hear it.
I think I gotta. Sorry, guys. I don't hear.
Are you guys out there hearing it?
I am. I haven't seen anybody in chat. Is chat hearing this?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, five by five.
Deborah Clark says, look, she says, oh God, we're all on the FBI list. That if we're on Sam's channel, watch out. They're going to get me some old brainy panties for me. That's it. You're a nut. You're a nut, girl.
The sun goes a full 24-hour circle from the international dateline back to the international dateline. It should be 24 hours because that's your sunset and your sunrise happening at the same time. And or not your sunrise and sunset, but that would be your like midnight, let's say, that change of the day. But it's not. It's actually, there's a deficiency of 3 hours. So instead of being, 12 o'clock a.m. on one side and the other side, it's actually 12 o'clock a.m. on one side, and then the opposite day, it's like 9 p.m. And so you're not getting a full day out of that. Or here I've shown 10 a.m. or a 7 a.m. So that should be exactly the same time on that line. So there was a problem. There was like a missing 3 hours, and you can't really have a missing 3 hours when the sun's traveling because there's just a window that's unaccounted for. It has to be perfect engineering to keep your day exactly right. What they've done here is actually really strange as well. They've actually broken the straight line, which should be a longitudinal line, the 180 degree, which should be the international date line, that on the old maps runs right through Russia. But what they've done is they've moved it to the right, and then as it comes over the top, it goes back again. And yeah. So it's like they've done a bit of cutting and pasting here. And I think this is actually the smoking gun that
dude, that's the piece of missing pizza.
Seems like it.
That's what I've been saying, man. It's a piece of they took a piece of the pizza and sewed it back together, Oh, this is nuts.
Feels
This is
there's
why
a
I'm more
problem, not only
interested in.
that
Sorry.
properly, but
Okay.
that on the
Go ahead. What was it? I went to hit pause.
Quickly. I'd be more interested in helping donate to Roger if he was going to the North Pole.
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
You know,
That'd be a hard one. I don't think you can go there, man.
I think they have a marathon there too, supposedly. At least it's something I looked at. It could
Some
have been
sort of treaty.
bull crap, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We're figuring this fucking shit out. Collectively, I think we're figuring this thing out really bad.
old maps runs right through Russia. But what they've done is they've moved it to the right. And then as it comes over the top, it goes back again. And yeah. So it's like they've done a bit of cutting and pasting here. And I think this is actually the smoking gun that reveals there's a problem. Not only do we have 3 hours of missing time, but they've actually moved the international dateline to make it seem like the sun is the same time on either side, right? Just the 24-hour, time. But it's actually 3 hours less. And so this is my little investigation slide. I decided to do some investigation, and I do refer to it as the International Gate Line because I think they are gatekeeping this region here, where they've done some manipulating of time.
My goodness.
Yeah, and they do it a lot of other places as well. And in my view, that's because they are trying to maintain a globe model, which is, it's never going to line up properly. But in this particular region, it also means that they're hiding time. And so when I went back and I was just looking at the maps again, the land is so close that if you were in Japan and you just went 3 longitudes over, you would not be in America. You would, that's not indicated on modern maps. And so it's telling us that this amount of miles, there's actually right between Kamchatka or Japan, and there's a land there. And actually, it's called Terra di Yeso, which is Latin. And when I went to a Latin to English translation, it translates to Land of Jesus. And I'm actually going to do that right now. I want to show people how to do this because a lot of people ask this question. So, So if you go to Google Translate on your browser, but not on your phone, for some reason on the phone, it doesn't do this properly. Really? And I don't know if there's just limitations on the phone. But you can see Latin to English, it's actually Terra di Yeso is Land of Jesus. Yeah.
Not even a variation or form of the words. It's just absolute Land of Jesus.
Land of Jesus, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I used a different translator when I did it because I wanted to double check that it wasn't just Google or, so I did compare translations, and this one was called translate.com. Since then, their server crashed. And when it came back up again, it stopped translating this particular phrase.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. So instead of, and I know, I took a screenshot of it specifically because I thought, I bet you anything they're going to mess with the translator. So so it was doing it. I took a screenshot and I kept doing it for months later. But one day the server crashed, and when it came back, it wouldn't do it anymore. So I feel like they did some recoding.
Like an X-Files episode or something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly things are no longer there.
I know. Something else I did was I just wanted to see where did this name Anion come from. And so the closest reference I could find was in the, it's called the Paradise Lost, which is very interesting reference when you start to consider that this could be a hidden land. This could be where the tribes are, the 10 tribes. This could be significant spiritually. And it's called Paradise Lost. And this word Aeonian, very similar to Anyan. I think it's actually the same word. But it's just basically
belonging to Aeonia, a region of ancient Boeotia containing the mountains of Helicon and Catharon. And basically, it's this kind of hidden or sacred place, and it was lost. And so John Milton wrote about that.
Oh, wow.
One really other interesting, if you remember back to Matthew 7:13, he talks about straight is the gate. But he's talking about Jesus, you know, spiritually, Jesus is the gate. He is the straight gate. We must follow him. But what's really interesting when you look at these old maps, so let's say we're looking at the North Pole here, and Asia is in yellow down here, and then this land in green is on the other side of the strait. But that actually, if we say Dieso is Jesus, of Jesus, this is the strait of Jesus. I just find that really fascinating because Jesus is the straight gate.
Right.
But we also have this dual geographical name that belongs to him as well.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. And again, so here this land is in green, and over here, the Strait of Anian, which is next to Alaska. So that's the America side there, and this is the Asia side. So there's definitely land in between on this map. And, you know, here again is the Strait of Anian. Now they've kind of combined it all into this strange shape of land, which doesn't look anything like it does now on maps. And so as we go through here, we still have the land of Jesus depicted on old maps and the Strait of Jesus right there. And we have this land here, Strait of Jesus, or Land of Jesus.
Land of Jesus.
And it's right north of Japan as well. So that's really significant to note. But as time went on, so this is 1776, they kind of started reshaping, remapping the land. And I believe that this is significant because of the little season and some of the indicators that were happening at that time politically. I think it tells us that there's something going on here that's more politically driven.
So which maps do you think are more accurate?
So I would say the older maps are way more accurate than, I would say 1700s, sort of mid 1700s onwards are probably less and less accurate because they start showing this wider expanse of water, where on the older maps it was full of land there. Like this one. So that's why I say mid 1700s, because this map actually still shows, so Asia is there on the far left, and then we have this strait, and then we have this land that actually goes all the way from Greenland all across the top, and it comes all the way down here, and it's called Terra de Yeso, which is Land of Jesus, or Terra de Yeso.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to just imagine it just being out there. And so this one here is really such a clear one. This map, I like it because it's just very simple to see, and it's not curved in any way. It's just like, this is the map. And so we see Japan on the left there. We see Kamchatka. So we know those lands are there. We know California and North America are here on the right. But there's this land here in the middle with a strait on either side. So we have a Strait of Anian here, and this one is now called the Strait of Vries, which is a Dutch explorer that was commissioned to go and do some exploring over there. So Terra de Yeso and the Mer de Yeso is actually Sea of Jesus, because Mer relates to the sea. And so that's the Pacific Ocean. And I just think this is a really helpful way to imagine what it would be like to be on either side of the land that's out there. And so if you're looking across from Asia, and you see land, you would just think you're seeing Alaska. But if you're in Alaska looking across, you will think you're seeing Asia or Russia.
Right.
But actually, you'd be seeing the coasts of this land here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why they have really depopulated.
That's the 3 missing time zones.
Yes, 3 missing.
Right in plain fucking sight, man.
I got a question. When do you think it was the last time another language was discovered? Or I don't know if anybody knows the answer to that. And why is it that, like, there were so many different languages and translations way back when, but it seems like we stalled out at some point?
Yeah, right. Like, why is Latin not the
Right.
common language anymore? I know.
Right.
I've wondered that too. I've
I
wondered
feel
that
like
too.
they're trying to get rid of Latin because it does kind of, break down other languages and
Sure.
stuff into parts where you can understand it. But
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And that would be another way to dumb people out. They're doing away with cursive because the AI can't read it.
yeah,
Ain't that some shit?
neither can the younger generation.
I know, we got our own secret language now.
Yeah.
That's
But the
pretty
reason I brought that up is because, it's interesting how, like, there's billions, well, I shouldn't say billion, there's lots of different maps and they all have different interpretations in different languages. And it's just, and then at some point, we just got to a point where that stopped being a thing and we just use the older languages and translations.
right. And it's crazy because you look at these and there again, we've already gone into where now we're not just Latin, we got French. We saw that
Yeah.
one map that was all done. That was all French, and then
Yeah, they're mixed.
That's crazy. The bastardization of languages. That's by design.
Time zones. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which would
Makes
be,
sense.
I mean, anywhere between 1,000 to maybe 2,500 miles wide.
Yeah.
Something else that's really important to recognize is that the longitudes have changed as well. So they used to count upwards in increments of 5 on these old maps. So you'd go from 180, 185, 190, all the way up. You can see it's like 240 over here, but when you go to the maps now, they only go to 180 and then they count backwards. And so it's a very sneaky way to just have your mind not even realize that you've lost area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And even some of these older maps here, you can just see it off the coast of California. California is always depicted as an island in these old maps. Mm-hmm. But across the water from California is this land, and it's called Terra de Eso. And actually, if you go to the island of California on Wikipedia, it calls it terrestrial paradise. It says northwest of the island of California is terrestrial paradise. So it actually tells us on Wikipedia that it's there.
Yeah.
And you can see more evidence here. So off Kamchatka, north of Japan, Terra de Eso is there. And it's also very sneaky that they hide these things in the margins,
Yeah.
Like, this is Asia, this is America. Don't worry about what's between, just focus on those lands there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I often just refer to this as kind of the barber effect. They've cut out the land here. And so like a barber chops off extra. They've actually chopped off extra land there. And it really is like the North Pole where Santa or Satan lives. It's kind of that idea that, they're having a joke on us, right?
Yeah.
And I really like this map because it shows so clearly in different colors. I think the colors really help. But again, we can see Asia in green on the left and North America yellow, the island of California in green, and then in between is this land that goes all the way across the north and even includes Greenland.
Yeah, that's huge. And we're supposed to think it just disappeared.
Right.
I mean, it obviously did. I guess it did disappear, but it's there on the map.
Yeah, you can't just make up something. You're making maps, and especially the fact that the people that are commissioning the maps are usually of nobility, very rich people. And they're using these maps not only, for, navigate? Why would they want to know where this stuff is? So they know who they can trade with, who they can ally themselves with, who to be wary with. They kind of get a sense of what's going on. So if some cartographer just says, "Hey, I don't like this empty area here. I think I'll just put a big fucking island there. We'll call it the land of Jesus. Yeah, that's what we'll do." Dude, as soon as somebody's, "Good Lord, I want to go check out the land of Jesus," and he gets there and goes, "That shit don't even exist. This motherfucker lied. He said it's going to be on a pole, like right outside the castle gates." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you think it disappeared? I mean, it's flooded.
Oh,
right. That was what you were saying.
Yeah, so the scriptures say that there's a cloud and smoke that kind of cover it. And I do think that's why a lot of the newer or the maps that as they went along, they started calling it terra even on this one, inconuas, which means they don't really know much about the land because they don't know enough to map it like they do the other lands.
Yeah.
And I think it's literally because it's behind some kind of veil and they just can't see it. I also think that explains why so many explorers were trying to find the Northwest Passage, because you can see there that there's water that goes up, right? The Strait of Anian kind of goes up there, which is your Northwest Passage. But if this whole land is kind of cloaked in a veil, it might be really hard to get through there. Just purely from traversing through there might just be really hard to do. So
that reminds me of the King Kong movie where this island, Skull Island, was you couldn't really get there or see it until you were like right up on it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there's another movie, I've not seen it myself, but is it called Black Panther or something, where the city is like cloaked?
Wakanda
forever.
That's right. Remember when Kamala Harris said that? She thought the place was for real.
She does that a lot.
Jesus. Yay, Narnia.
You can't see it.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, Wakanda, I think it's called.
Wakanda, that's it.
Yeah, we beat you to it.
And just some more depictions of that. So again, you've got Greenland and all this land, and it looks like it's all connected into this land down here, which comes out into the Pacific Ocean. And I do want to make a mention that the Pacific Ocean is, Pacific stands for peace. And Jesus is the Prince of Peace. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Pacific Ocean, but now we have these kinds of maps that just show this really strange shape of land that doesn't match any of the old maps. So it's a challenge to really get your head around because images leave an imprint on your mind. And if you're seeing this every time you look at a map from the time you're a child, it's very difficult for your mind to even perceive or imagine something different. And I think that is probably the biggest challenge that with this kind of geography, like the biblical geography, matching something that we can't physically look at.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, it's all been kind of skewed through history and geography.
Wow. That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense where she's going at. I'd like to find out more about that. That's pretty interesting.
Was that her channel, Leaving Babylon? I put a link in. That's
I believe so. Let me see.
I believe
Let's
that.
put it up one time and see what happens. We'll run it up the flagpole, see if anybody salutes it. Yeah, I'd imagine.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So there, the link's in the chat, guys, if you need it.
Let's see, is that one surrounding the due north? Yeah, this looks like her shit. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Where are we at? Okay, I was over someplace else. We're everywhere here tonight. Oh my God.
It is interesting to think that a map is depicted as always something looking down at it. I mean, I get it. I get the reasoning for it, but it
What's
is
what?
interesting
Say it again. Say
that
it
a
again.
map is always depicted as something looking down at it, whether it be us or something's always looking down at
Yeah.
that thing. It's interesting nonetheless to me.
Yeah. I used to I'd try to make like maps when I was a kid, like map of my neighborhood,
Yeah.
and trying to judge it and draw it out, and draw, all the areas where I'd go and shit like that. And it's not easy, it's not easy shit. I even get out there with a compass and, try to get the turns and the trails and shit just right.
Yeah.
But you always end up something fucked up. But I'm not a cartographer either. But I've
Yeah.
always had like a fascination with maps.
Takes forever.
As a kid. But this is the thing, as I get these globe earthers there all the time go, whoa, show where's your map? I'm like, motherfucker, where's your map? You think your map's accurate? Well, yeah. How did you verify that it was correct? How did you verify? How do you explain these fucked up time zones? And we've gone over that before. There's that ain't the only place where there's shit like that. I think that they've actually kind of covered up shit a lot. I think there's a lot of shit that's been covered up. And
For sure.
I mean, and that's one of the reasons that they don't want people knowing it's not a globe. I think that's one of their biggest fears right there, because then their whole thing comes down. Like even what FTFE was saying in that thing, because it's dangerous. And it's like, how is it fucking dangerous?
Yeah. And he's like, the ancients are so stupid. They're stupid idiots. It's like, oh yeah, these guys that built these wonderful buildings that we can never replicate ourselves
Right.
ever. They're a bunch of idiots, but we're the geniuses. Okay, buddy.
Right. That's the thing. Oh, they didn't know shit back then. They were just walking around with shit in their ass. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, brother.
Right.
I think they were way better off than we are. Like I said, that 1666 thing. I had some shit on it too. I'm going to look for it while I put this on. Oh, if I can. Oh, yeah. I'm going to look on my new phone. I can pull it up.
That's the thing about the globe. They're always set in their ways, right? Like amongst our type of community, whether it be flat earth, whatever, truth or what, I don't really put labels on anything, but if that's what we want to be labeled, I'm just going to say that, like, we're always looking into other things. We never go closed-minded. We're open-minded people, whereas the Glovers, they want you to just focus on, this is the way it is. This is what you're taught. And this is what you'll believe, but
right.
us just for plain out exploring other ideas or looking into things. No, that's dangerous. We got to stop that. That's dangerous conspiracy right there. That shouldn't be looked into or anything. We've already been told what it is. We don't need to investigate any further.
You know what's really interesting? This little season, you know who's been looking into the little season is Banjo.
You're a little bit hot. Mike's a little bit hot. Banjo's been looking into it.
Is that mic better now?
There you go. So you said Banjo's been looking into it?
Yeah. And what's interesting about that is his biggest seller is the Gleason's map or the flat earth map. So he was covering this sort of topic the other day about the hidden lands. I mean, is he going to keep selling? Because he's proving that map's not true. He's sort of touching on this information right now. Are you going to keep selling that map, Banjo?
Well, the thing is, that's supposedly a sun calculator. The Gleason's map is, but the little equidistant map it's used like by several different industries, right? And I always say it's not accurate. It's not accurate at all because it's based off of globe coordinates. And those globe coordinates are there for that very reason that we're talking about.
Right.
It's a hide fucking land.
So is that what people mean when people say it's a projection of the globe? Is that what they mean?
Yes.
Right.
They use globe coordinates. In fact, if you read on it, what's it say? On the projection of J.S. Christopher. It's the standard. So it was using another cartographer's. He put the sun information. The cartography was placed on there by J.S. Christensen, and he used globe coordinates because what other coordinates are you going to use? Is there others? No. So they have to go by what's
Yeah.
already given. But it's not 100% accurate. And there again, one of the reasons of the controversy over Australia. And it's all because of that. They're hiding shit. Somebody stole a slice of pizza. And then put pieces together to make it look like nobody got at it.
It's a New York slice.
Yeah. Big old fat fucker, man. Big old
I
fat.
should,
3
I
hours
should make
worth.
I should make a quick correction because I did label some people too by calling them globers. I should stop doing that. I should call them people that believe in the globe.
Right, right. Or don't know any different. They go by what they've been taught.
Yeah.
They were trained to accept information based on authority.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, that's a teacher. That guy's got letters after his name. He's a MS, BM, whatever the fuck, you know. So he must know what he's talking about. Well, we just saw a tweet by a PhD a little while ago that didn't know that Niger was a country in Africa and furthermore thought it was racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But my
we're
whole
at.
point of that was, to think for yourself, not just to be like, put into
Right,
a little
right.
space,
Learn to be a critical thinker if you're not
Right.
already. Learn to be able to use deductive reasoning.
Yeah.
Good way to do that, man. There's all kinds of little cool puzzles if you're not doing anything that help you with deductive reasoning skills. There's one on there that I like to play on my phone. It's a code breaker thing. And basically what it is, there'll be a few letters in the phrase and they're assigned a number. Each letter is assigned a number, like E's are 2s. So you can go through, okay, so I know E is 2, and you can go through and find all the number 2s and make them into E's. Okay, we've used up all the E's. Now, then you start kind of using your deductive reasoning. Well, here's a 3-letter word, another 3-letter word, and it always ends in E. Probably the. So you put that in. Now you find out what T and H are, and you go back and you put those in, and pretty soon you can figure it out without having to do that. Now you can pretty much see the words. But that's real good at deductive reasoning. And working things out. If you don't work your mind, it's like a muscle. It'll atrophy.
Yeah.
But there's other ways to do. Crossword puzzles are great.
Yeah.
That kind of thing where you're getting your mind working in a logical sense. Putting together things without having to have all of the pieces right there. I don't know. Those are just 2 of my suggestions. But you got to learn to have critical thinking. You can't just take information on face value. Like a lot of times, the biggest objection by globers. Oh, and I once again like to reiterate what
you're just
Cody
used to conditioned to say it. Yeah.
Right. A flat Earth haters.
Yeah.
The flat
people
Earth
that believe
haters,
in the globe.
Yeah. The flat Earth haters, they point to, oh well, Eric Dubé, he put on a dress and acted like he was Patricia Steer when he did a video making fun of everybody. Anyway, or he does yoga, or he has a real soft, effeminate voice, or anything else like that. And I'm like, yeah, but did you listen to the information? I don't give a shit about none of the rest of that. I'm listening to the information. I'm digesting the information. Is what he giving me, does it make sense? That's what I'm doing. I don't look at it by who it is that's saying it.
Yeah.
I take the information itself. And I think that's what's important. A lot of times people do that. Well, oh, you like this person or that or the other. And like, not necessarily. I like the information that they put out in this particular video or in this particular statement. I agree with this. People take it so black and white, like you either got to be all in on somebody or all against them.
It goes back to that picking of sides thing. Like, oh,
yes,
you're on
tribal.
this side, you're on that side. Yeah, tribal
Type bullshit. Yeah, I don't even want to play that. What was this? I found a Jake TV for us.
Whoa.
It could be dicey. This ain't too bad.
Breaking news. Our government is removing minors from their homes for unsubstantiated reasons.
Oh, wow. That's heavy. How often do they get it wrong?
83% of the time, not joking.
We're taking your kid because they need our help. We're the good guys.
Sir, what happened?
I'm just following orders.
Chloe and Michael, good morning. We're here outside yet another reported kidnapping. CPS says they're here to shut it down. Leave.
Now.
We responded to a call about a young woman with a baby who missed one of her wellness checks, and I'm here to take it away. 54% never see their kid again, so say goodbye to Cyrus.
Wow, all because she missed a wellness check for being sick?
Yeah, she even left a voicemail, and within 20 minutes, they called CPS on them.
So sketchy. Erica, get in the van and follow these kidnappers.
So CPS takes 480,000 children per year, right, officer?
That is correct. And if 83% are unsubstantiated, that means we destroy 398,000 families per year.
It pays well, too.
So what made you guys decide to adopt?
We just always knew we wanted to be daddies.
It would be so cute to have a little boy to play with.
Poor Cyrus. That's reality for millions of Americans. And it's true. If a child is adopted out in the foster care system versus normal adoption, there is an 800% higher likelihood it will be adopted out to a gay couple. Nice. As independent journalist Ryan Mata is blowing the lid on the whole operation with his documentary called Never in America. Ryan, take it away.
54% of the time, those children never see their parents again. There's a 98% chance right now, if you enter the foster care system, that a child will be sex trafficked in their life. Pretty much guaranteeing that child is going to be sex trafficked at some point in its life.
Shut it down, Ryan. We all remember what happened to Isaac Cappy or Avicii. Questioning gets you JFK'd. Now, back to the Goislop.
Thanks, Producer Bird. Just because there is nothing more evil than medical kidnapping and the media is hiding and profiting off it doesn't mean we won't absolutely slander anyone who tries to expose it. Ching Chong, back to you.
Thanks, Shapiro Steen. So Cyrus was underweight and they decided to just kidnap him. All right, this system. Ask that officer why they steal kids with impunity.
Why did you steal him?
I don't make the rules. We just process removals and send it to the courts.
Wow, I first saw this on Stu Peters, and now Ryan Mata is going to put the nail in the coffin. Do you know how many innocent families this documentary will save?
Absolutely. These are the men doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. May Christ protect them.
Amen.
It's based. Go watch Ryan Mata's new documentary coming out November 24th. And if you still haven't followed Jake GTV yet, you're just retarded.
Oh, wait, it's still going. Huh. I thought it was over. He's got a little bit more. That, yeah, that documentary's out. It's on X.
Not suicidal. I would never kill myself. Any single creator, politician, or celebrity that's ever tried to make a film or a documentary on CPS has wound up dead. Literally all of them. Our government's running the world's largest child trafficking network that the world has ever seen. I'm never suicidal. I would never take my life. I don't do drugs. I would never overdose. So if anything ever happens to me, it's the United States government.
Whoa. Yeah, I've known this for some time. Let me see. Is this the one right here? My new documentary. I'll put the link in here for you all. Here it is. It's a 2-hour documentary. I'm going to put the link down here. Whoa, wait. What are you doing? Go back. Damn you. There we go. Let me copy that and I will put it right down here. Paste. And let's go over here and we'll put it over here. So the Elbmer over here in our then LJ over here in the Rumble side. We'll give that to him over here. 2. That should be pretty good. I'm definitely gonna want to watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
That should be pretty good. It says, if you can afford to skip a cup of coffee and support my work, Ryan Mata. Well, let's see what's going on. This is a little bit of some shit on that. Let's see what's this. It might
Did
be
you
all
put
right.
that in the regular chat, you said?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hit send.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Didn't hit the little arrow. There it goes. There it goes. Ding dong, ding dong. I did it over here, right? That's up there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Did it on the Rumble side. Anyway, check this out over there.
We would know virtually nothing about what's going on at our southern border were it not for independent journalists and grassroots filmmakers.
Ryan Mata, he's the investigative journalist behind ThisIsTreason.com.
Ryan Mata and his team, his editing team, created what I believe is a unicorn, never to be seen
has never been seen and will never be seen again.
But he released it and it's called What is Treason? Trafficked.
It is the most powerful piece of filmmaking I have ever seen.
By the way, was really well done.
If everybody were to watch a documentary, What is Treason? #trafficked. If everybody watched that, all 300+ million Americans, Trump would win like this. I don't know why it's not the number one issue. I every time I come back from an operation, I'm just like incensed when I read the news. Like, what made the headlines? The headlines every day should be millions of kids are enslaved, and the United States is driving the market with their policies.
My work revolves around rescuing sex trafficked children. The only way to combat this evil is sunlight. We must expose the system that allows these monsters to stay hidden in the shadows. America is the #1 consumer of child porn, and we have more agents working in the PR department at every FBI field office than we do hunting down these predators who are selling child porn on the internet. I wonder why America is the #1 consumer of child rape.
It is as sinister as it gets. People buying or selling children for sex.
An awful situation.
To really drive this fact home, last year, Alex Rosen, one man, was able to expose 248 pedophiles. The entire FBI only arrested 1,408, meaning one man with the right resources could take down more pedophiles than the entire FBI. This is why I need your support. I've dedicated the last 3 years of my life to exposing this evil. Over the past 8 months, I've released 6 full-length Netflix-quality documentaries showing how the United States government is running the world's largest government-sponsored, taxpayer-funded child trafficking syndicate. I cashed out $100,000 of my 401k to undertake this mission, turning me into the most censored filmmaker in America. I am permanently banned on LinkedIn, demonetized on 3 YouTube channels, had 3 Instagram accounts deleted, lost 2 Twitter accounts, and I'm on my 12th TikTok account. The censorship industrial complex has cut off every source of funding that I could use to generate income. I placed my first film behind a paywall. We made over $125,000 in sales, but the film didn't reach the masses. I need to give these films away for free to wake up the masses and save these children. It was God who sent me on this mission. Now I'm asking you for help to continue God's mission. Please visit givesendgo.com/Ryan Meta Films and support this cause. For $100,000, we can continue to operate for an entire year producing 4 more documentaries. For $1 million, my voice would become so loud that I could force this administration to undertake radical reform and bring home over 50% of the kidnapped children in America.
We know that there was upwards to over 300,000 children that were lost.
During the Biden administration, HHS became a collaborator in child trafficking and for sex and for slavery.
As of today, there are currently 300,000 missing migrant children, and roughly 460,000 American children vanish every year. America is the last country that you want your child lost in.
There's a lot of people that don't know that this is real. They think that this is too far from them. It's happening next door, behind your house.
One of the great...
Man, I'll tell you what. Looking for something to be done by the very people that are involved in it. Only way we're going to do this is if we do it. That's it. Stop looking for someone to save you. That's all. It's nothing going to change unless we do it ourselves. What's happening, D-Man?
What's happening, guys? Trust the plan. Trust the plan.
Trust the plan. That whole cube thing was right out of Tel Aviv, too.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I said earlier when I was talking about this very thing, how it's even allowed on the internet to begin with. And I don't really buy into that whole thing that it was the Biden administration that allowed this to happen when it's all the administrations that allowed this to happen. You know, for years, this has been going on. But once again, just go to the source. You know, whatever you can get, whatever, like I said earlier, you can get whatever you want taken down. People talking about flat Earth, but you can't get CP taken off the internet. I find that extremely hard to believe. And that should just be right there. Just go to the root of the problem and figure out who's distributing this stuff, where it's coming from. And you'll probably find out it's the people at the top, just a guess.
Yep. Because they have no worries.
Yeah.
They're the ones they investigate themselves and find that they did nothing wrong.
Yeah. And they can tug on people's heartstrings. Because people know that this stuff is going on worldwide everywhere. So they know at the same time that they really don't have to do anything, and they can tug on people's heartstrings and make a little money, get all the 501c3s and all that, pulling in a little cash. So, you know, They can make it look like they're doing something, but really, in reality, they're not doing something.
They're demons, man. They're fucking
Yeah.
demons.
I only partially believe that, because a lot of that had to do with that USAID money or whatever. They said they were using a lot of that to funnel through NGOs and everything. I partially believe some of that, but it ain't just that. It's a bigger, more complex thing going on than just that.
That's why I'm saying, man, we got to quit
That
feeding
network.
this fucking beast. We got to quit feeding the fucking beast. We need to stop. Just quit.
Yeah.
Just quit. Everybody stop paying your taxes. Boom. Just don't.
Yeah, exactly. That would fix a lot of things.
Just send in your whole fucking thing. Say tax exempt.
There you
That's
go.
what I did.
Well,
I did.
I won't get my refund. Oh, wait a second. You're worried about the little pittance that they give you back from what they stole from you.
Right.
Been living without it this long. Fuck them. Right?
Well, you just won't be able to buy that TV this year or something. Hardly anything you get back.
Just take the money out yourself and put it aside. You're justifying somebody else's job by letting them take something from you, then give it back to you. You're just justifying some jerk off's job in some place to take something from you that they shouldn't have been taken in the first place.
There's another broken promise that was never going to happen too. We're going to get rid of all the IRS. Oh, sure you are. You're going to shut down the Fed. You're going to get rid of the IRS. You're going to check into Fort Knox. Yeah, you're going to do all of those things. You bet.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, let's just have war and conflict all over the fucking world.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's all right. We can get the money for that. We're just going to get it from the same thing that we just said we were going to get rid of. Stupid motherfuckers.
We're going to print up from that negative $37 trillion.
I can't believe it's up that high. I remember when it hit $1 trillion.
Even accurate.
Like, holy shit, man.
It's monopoly money to them, They're just printing it out. It doesn't mean anything anyway. They could go make it 6 times the amount. It doesn't make it real. The math doesn't make it real when you can just delete the system and just come in with the same system again and say, look, it's all new. We're back at 0.
That's why it's going to be UBI eventually, and it'll just be all digitized.
Yep.
They're just trying to get rid of real physical money. The only money that is real is the money they take from us or you.
Yeah. If the government was run like a regular business, it would have been out of business a long time ago. If you ran your life like the government, you'd be a guest of them.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
but them, they could do anything they want.
A completely unrelated person, but this was interesting because I found this just randomly today.
I can't prove this yet, but hear me out. What if all of the fear mongering that we've been experiencing over the past few years about the declining birth rate is actually tied to all of this pedophilia shit? I am by no means an expert in the foster care system, but I did work for about a year and a half in a group home, and it was genuinely one of the most horrifying experiences of my life. One thing that did really stand out to me during that period of time is that a lot of the girls in the home would sometimes get out, return to their abusers, and be trafficked. Sometimes we were able to get them back. Sometimes we were unsuccessful. And right now, as we are learning so much about the prevalence of pedophilia in this country and internationally, I can't help but think, maybe all of the fear-mongering about the declining birth rates is not actually about economic issues whatsoever. After all, I think it's something like 60% of child trafficking victims in the United States come from the foster care system. So what if all of this is actually not about fear about economic strength, economic wealth, making sure that there are a younger generation that is able to provide for the older generation, Social Security, all of that bullshit? What if they're realizing that their resources of unwanted children who are easily trafficked is starting to run thin? And that's why they're cracking down again on women's rights, on women's bodily autonomy. Again, I can't prove it, but there's just something there. I feel it in my mind and I feel it in my heart.
Tying the birth rate to that. Yeah, I wonder.
Hey guys.
What's
How
up,
we doing
Ron?
tonight? Sorry.
Hey, Ron.
This is Appreciation Week for D-Man, by the way.
What did I do?
So I don't know.
I
You
haven't
helped me out a lot, dude.
Oh, not a problem.
You-
I know.
You're a
always
little
there.
muffled there, Roger.
Yeah, I'm on my headphones. I'm at work. I'm on my
Oh,
10-minute
okay.
break. Thought I'd
Gotcha.
stop by, catch D-Man, and let him know that I did an appreciation show for him this
Yeah,
morning.
thanks,
it
brother.
turned into a
Thanks.
crap show, dude. It really did.
See, in my name too, and in my name.
And, yeah, I had 30 trolls, and then Mikey starts throwing a fit, and then everybody's going off on everybody, and I couldn't control any of it, man. I was by myself.
See what happens when you put my name in the title?
See,
Damn, son.
that's what happens.
Yeah, it is.
If you're gonna bring treats to school, you got to have one for everybody, buddy.
How do you get so many fucking trolls, Raj?
Because TDD is targeting my ass, dude.
No.
I'm calling him out for slander, basically, against, I'd say, Nathan Oakley and Keith. He's saying flat out lies about them, saying they are lying and everything. So, and he's making streams about it. Yeah, I know, but he's coming in the chat over at Keith and on my channel. So I called straight out to his face. Mike from Drunk Debunk.
Oh, fuck him.
They come in
Yeah,
the chat.
that guy ain't got two brain cells to rub together. I tried to have a scientific discussion with him once, and he's retarded.
I agree with you.
The two brain cells he's got left. The two brain cells he's got left are choking each other as we speak.
Yeah.
They're fighting for
Yeah,
dominance right now.
Fighting each other for dominance.
This is how they make money off you guys, though. They start these artificial wars against you guys.
Yep.
And you guys engage with them, and then that's what happens.
Yep, that's exactly right. I don't
Yeah,
even
but
fucking-
like, there's a few people on Discord that went a step further than that, and it's not kosher.
I'm not in that world, so I
Yeah,
can't.
neither
Yeah,
am I.
you're probably right. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like, I don't get into the wars, the little feuds and shit. No, I will continue to make fun of Craig McNeil all the fucking time.
Well, what got him going was that I'd actually covered his debate against the Wilson girl, and everybody got mad about that. That was one reason they were stopping by to say hi.
Well, it's the guy went over and said something to him, and
that's why I sent that personally to you, not to show to everybody.
Well, the funny thing is, it's on Modern Day Debates channel.
I know, yeah, it's not even yours. It's just a clip.
That last guy who just said, I just wanted to tell you you're a fag.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. And then that's who he walked out there and he tried to get all up in his face and shit and tell him he was banned. I'll tell you what, man, come up and get in my face like that, buddy. I'll mash your fucking eyeball shut. That's all there is to it. That's not happening. You invade my space like that and get all fucking pissy. I'll knock you 3 ways from Sunday, baby.
He's got to kick his cane out. He's done for.
Going to get one warning, peg leg.
Yeah, that's it.
James didn't do anything to that kid after he said
Yeah, I
that.
know.
James
he's like, what did he say? He's like, it doesn't matter. But yeah, who cares? It ain't your fault. You put you know what? I mean, I don't care if people put stuff out there about me. I don't give a crap, man.
Yeah.
But, just don't make it personal.
Yeah,
I'm not. They start doing that crap to you, Roger. Like they always make it personal with you. They start going into people you know and your bank account and everything else. That's a bunch of bull
dude,
crap.
they're targeting me. Point blank. That's all it is.
I mean, it's one thing to talk shit and go back and forth, but it's another when you start messing with people's livelihoods or other people you know.
Yep.
Like for Saab, for instance. Oh, I'm going to call your local sheriff. Shut up, man.
I know, right? I see. Like I'll see sometimes under mention, I'll see sometimes in my notifications say Sean Hawkins mentioned you or Sergeant Rock mentioned you, and I'm like, who the fuck cares? You know?
Sergeant Hawk cares a lot. That's why he's doing it. He's mentioning you, dude. You live in rent free.
I see Crypt Rick out here. What's happening, buddy?
Because he's not relevant and he's trying to gain attention to himself.
Yeah, the whole 18 people that watch this channel. Yeah.
Right.
God damn. You got 18 people watching now?
It's probably,
Each
you know, it's,
18.
one of them is probably Lisa. You remember Lisa? This is going way back on Sob's channel.
Oh
Remember
my
Lisa?
God,
She had the
yes.
little banana on her profile.
Yeah.
She would go at it for hours. People would be going back and forth with her on here for hours. I remember back in the day.
I was like,
She would debate everything that Sob said. It didn't matter what the subject
What it
was.
was.
It's like everything. It was just the opposite of anything Sob said.
Lisa's
She's
still
just
out there somewhere.
contrary to everything.
I'm not even sure if it was a real person, but I'm just going by what the profile name was.
Yeah, we got rid of her. We said,
I got to get back to the work. It's like back at Walmart again. Remember, you used to check in with me like a reporter. Well, it's going fine at Arby's right now. We're dead, and I'm on a 10-minute break. Well, he was asking me questions about the riots, the Venezuelan riots, and where were they at? The Venezuelan gangs that were up here in the apartment complex.
Denver and Aurora.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, well, they
You
took
did.
over the building.
Oh, that
You were
that thing
talking
from
about
way
that.
back. Yeah. I don't know. Was that even real?
I don't know. You were asking me to talk to people in Walmart to see if they've seen anything, and I'm like, nobody's seen anything, so
Yeah,
I
heard
don't think
about it,
so.
but they ain't seen it.
As much as we talk crap about Joe Cool, he went there and filmed stuff and it wasn't nothing like what they were talking about. So if there's anything that Joe Cool does that is kind of cool, he does do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like Joe Cool, but when he tries to talk anything that has to do with physics or science, bro, he's out in cartoon land, man. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
Sob,
he's high
really?
when he's
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah.
Here's the one that gets me. As you say, well, go ahead and demonstrate using the scientific method a specific volume of gases without physical containment. And so they show you a picture of Jupiter. And it's like, what part of demonstrate did you not understand? I didn't say point at the sky and tell me a fantastic tale. I said to use the scientific method to demonstrate a specific, oh boy. But we know because of spectroscopy. Oh, shut up with your pseudoscience fucking bullshit. Keep your boots on the ground here, Johnny Rocket. You keep wanting to go to fucking Narnia land and shit. Do you have demonstrable, repeatable physical experiments that will prove your hypothesis?
They don't.
Oh, you just denied science. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm using science. You're not.
No, they're not. But even D-Man looked up spectroscopy for what it's worth, and none of the method they're talking about is used in it. They take contained elements and look at the gases that come off of them. That's the way that works. They shoot light through it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what,
So how do they do
gives
that?
off a spectrum of light? You know what else gives off a spectrum of light?
Light.
Yeah, light.
The obvious.
Well, I got to go
Nothing-
back to work. Guys.
Have a go, man.
That damn
I'll be back.
astronomy. See you, Raj. That astronomy ain't nothing more than fucking observations and assumptive stories. That's it. And it's not science. People are always, oh, it is too science. Names, show me that where they use the scientific method with anything in fucking astronomy. Go ahead. And they can't do it. They get mad. We're just denying science. I'm like, no, you don't have any to deny. That's just it. Don't tell me gravity's a scientific theory either, because there's no fucking science involved in that shit at all. It is an unscientific theory. It's a pseudoscience theory. Let's call it for what it is. Just because some fucking guy with a name comes out and says something, don't make it true.
I threw a link on the side for you too. Did you see the Campbell's soup thing?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Okay, all right. I wanted to make sure. All right.
We were talking about that earlier. I think is this.
I actually went to the store and took pictures of the. yeah, play that video again. Hell,
is that the same one?
I'm not sure.
All right, I didn't say for you to play yet, and this is from Channel 4 WDIV in Detroit. I used to watch this station, man.
Captain Insano's.
We had let's see, Channel 4 was WDIV, and we had WXYZ was Channel 7, and then Channel 2 I don't know. I didn't watch that too much. Can't remember.
Ryan McVeigh said Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Yeah, Let me see. Where am I at? Okay, yeah, I got to pull this down. I got time enough to show a couple more. This one and then the next one I had queued up.
But yeah, like
I'm gonna jump off. Guys. Thanks,
All right,
Doc.
Luke.
And
Thanks for
team.
coming up, brother.
No worries. See you, pal.
Thanks for that video. That was great, man. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Huh? All right, bye, guys.
All right, see you later, Luke. Have a good night or day. Whatever it is down there.
Campbell's controversy continues to grow. Tonight, the company is telling more of its side of the story, and we're also hearing more of that recorded conversation that's now led to an executive being placed on leave. Thanks so much for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. It's a story that's gained a lot of attention since we first reported it last week when a man from Monroe filed suit over his termination as an IT analyst. Erica Erickson live with more of the recorded conversation between Robert Garza and the man he says is a Campbell's Soup executive. And Erica, you've heard from Campbell's just within the past hour or so. What did they say?
That's right. Yeah, I just spoke to them and they said that this employee was fired for good reason. More on that in a moment. Let's walk you through this. More information from Garza's attorney. Let's get you caught up.
We have for poor people. Who buys our
The voice behind the now viral rant, allegedly of VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally, now on leave amid an investigation.
We think they should have had this approach when Robert first reported it.
Former Campbell's IT analyst Robert Garza of Monroe speaking with Local 4 last week. Garza says he'd been working remotely for the company's headquarters in New Jersey and met with Bally in person to discuss his salary. Here are a few more snippets of that over an hour-long recording.
JD like to. Because you're doing good. I want to say you're smart. I know you're smart, right? Be a little patient. I'm telling you, Campbell's is a good place. They take care of the
Yeah, Martin, I need to fix myself. Right? I mean, I need.
You know what? The other piece
I
is,
need-
what do you don't wait for? When I say that, like, you're just going to waste your life away. If you're waiting for a date in the future that things are going to get better, don't do that to yourself. Honestly.
Keeping the recording to himself at first, Garza says he reported what he heard to his direct supervisor, also named in the suit. That was back in January. His attorney says he was blindsided, fired 20 days later.
They have a motto, like we treat you like family, here at Campbell's, come work for us. We treat our employees like family. That's not the case.
Campbell's issuing multiple statements to Local 4 saying, quote, "We are proud of the food we make, the people who make it, and the high quality ingredients we use. The comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate, they're patently absurd." The company went on to say in part, quote, "All of our soups are made with no antibiotics, ever chicken meat." Any claims to the contrary are completely false.
As far as we can tell, they
Probably the name of the fucking meat, the lab-grown meat or whatever they're
Oh
using.
yeah,
All
that little
you know.
magic trick.
Yeah, that's like when they say, we use all beef, no frozen patties. Right? No
Yeah,
frozen patties is the name of the fucking company, man.
Yeah.
They're frozen.
ignored Robert's complaint and instead terminated him. It's just too little, too late at this point.
Now, as you can imagine, we had a lot of questions for Campbell, specifically about Garza's employment. We did just hear back. They say, in part, quote, "We do not comment on the specifics of personnel matters, but can share that Mr. Garza's employment was terminated for good reason. He was a Campbell's employee for less than 5 months." If you'd like to read the entire statement, you can go to clickondetroit.com. You can also see some of our other coverage on this story. There's a lot. Reporting live, Erica Erickson.
Yeah,
back to you.
It really is. Okay, Erica, thank you.
Oh, wow.
I've told this before, but this real quick, this reminds me of this one time I was watching Cops a while back ago when it was on. But they had this lady call in the dispatch and she is saying, "Yeah, I need you to get over here. My husband's going to kill himself." And so the cops go over there and they get there and the guy's standing out in the front yard and he's got a knife up by his throat and they're trying to talk him down. And he's like, "Hi, sir. My name is Officer Campbell." And dead serious, like all of a sudden the guy that is about to kill himself, he's like, Do you make soup?
Oh my God.
It was just the funniest thing, how on such a serious moment that he'd make a joke all of a sudden.
God damn. Yeah, probably the no antibiotic chicken company. You're right, Mikey.
do you really think that that they're using the highest of quality? Or
It clearly says right on the back of their label that it's bioengineered
yeah.
ingredients.
So naturally they're using some kind of lab grown crap.
3D printed meat.
Yeah, that's what they said in the recording.
Yeah.
So it's made out of real chicken. We're just printing it out with a
See if I got that here. Hold on.
Yeah, it's wild that they would even deny it, when you print it on the back of your label. And that's the one that Sav was showing earlier. It wasn't just Campbell's, it's all these freaking companies. Campbell's is taking the heat of it right now, but yeah, you got just about every damn thing that's got the same thing on the label.
You have to look at everything you buy now and look and see if I see
even still,
bioengineered. If I see bioengineered, I don't buy it.
I don't know. You might be running out of food.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's getting tough.
Watch this.
You ever wonder why the McRib keeps disappearing? Ha! It's because this isn't pork. We press every slab fresh, straight from the source, Look at these beauties. You can't get ribs this perfect from a pig. You love the taste, right? This is where we get the flavor, right here. Frozen fresh from yesterday's batch. You are what you eat. We couldn't make these without you, the people. No, like literally. We never said what kind of ribs. Now did we?
You're already infected. Brain rot reels.
But when you think about it, think about all those places and look at the mascots that they have. McDonald's has a clown with red hair. Wendy's has a girl with red hair. What are the other ones?
You got Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King.
Red hair.
Yeah, red hair.
Wow, that's kind of weird, man. In the Nephilim, they're saying that I read or was watching a video about that they may have looked a lot like clowns.
Red hair.
Yeah. I don't know.
Makes you wonder.
The year is 1666. This is where we have a problem.
Let's take a little trip back to the year 1666. Do you notice anything about this number? The 666. Now, if I told you that everything about our modern world, our science, our laws, and reality itself was written in this single symbolic year, would you believe me? Well, stick with me because this one goes very deep. All right, let's start with the Great Fire of London, which was in the year 1666. Now, this Great Fire wiped out over 13,000 homes, 87 churches, and the entire heart of the city. Now, here's where it gets a bit interesting. This fire conveniently destroyed loads of property records, land titles, debts, and ownership documents. Now, out of the ashes rose a new London, a new financial order, a new system that was built on trust law, the Crown Trust. It wasn't just a fire, it was a total reset, a cleansing of history, making the way for the new corporation, the commercial empire that still rules us today. Okay, so whilst London was absolutely burning, a man named Isaac Newton, who was sitting in isolation during the plague, that's when he supposedly discovered the gravitational theory, the invisible force that binds us all to the imaginative ball that we are told that we live on. Now, the timing was absolutely perfect. Out of the destruction came a new science, one that replaced divine law with mathematical law, the beginning of the religion of scientism. From this moment, everything became measurable, explainable, and controllable, and faith in God's creation was replaced with faith in human calculation. And what a coincidence that in the year 1666, God's creation and divine order was replaced with faith in human calculation. Now, it doesn't end there. The same year, the Parliament passed a quiet little law called the Sesquiu QV Act of 1666. Under this act, anyone lost or presumed dead could have their property held in trust by the state. And guess what? They extended this concept to everyone. When you were born, or when we are still born today, your parents register you, unknowingly handing you over to the living rights to the Crown Trust. You become a legal fiction, a corporate entity written in all capital letters. Your birth certificate isn't proof of your life, it's proof of ownership. Okay, so let's just quickly recap. In 1666, the city burned. Science replaced spirit, and the law declared humanity lost at sea. And from that day on, we have been living under their illusion, a world of contracts, corporations, and control. 1666 wasn't just a year, it was the year that they took our soul, the year that the deception started, the year that the beast system was incorporated into our everyday lives. The beast system in the year 1666, and until you reclaim your soul, you're just another straw man floating in their system. We need to wake up. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And obviously, for the sensory reasons, this was all just for entertainment. And I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
Fictional as a dinosaur. I love it. Kevin, Andrew.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm off work early.
Nice.
I was just chilling, waiting for... And I'm stuck in a parking lot right now because these fucking loading trucks are, like, blocking me in, but...
Oh, shit.
I got a question for you guys in regards to Thanksgiving. What do you guys think? Is it like a bullshit holiday we should basically just be like just ignoring? Because my parents, my brother, my sister, and other people are like, Andrew, are you coming to the gathering? I'm like, I don't know. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Thanksgiving? It's coming up in 2 days.
It's a marker point that we use in our daily, weekly, monthly, yearly reset, where we just keep doing the same thing over. It's vaguely based on some kind of shit with people that were starving to death and the Indians helped them or some shit and gave them some food or whatever. But there again, it's just a thing to keep the slaves placated and to put a marker point in these series of resets that are like nesting dolls. It's hard to fathom it that way, especially if you've grown up with it your whole life, and it's always a big deal, and all the relatives and everything come over. I think, in a sense of that, it's cool because you should really be doing that more often, more than just one time a year. You know, I think also the point of it to be thankful for the things that you do have. I think that's more the important message. But there again, that should be something that you should practice every day, anyways.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, I've said that before too. I don't know why we pick one designated day for like, oh, to celebrate your birthday or to celebrate this holiday when you should be doing it, all the other 364 days of the year. But
exactly.
I also don't understand why they associate certain, like, oh, turkey and pumpkin pie is only for Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know, it's delicious all the time if you ask me, but
right.
Like it's weird how we designate certain things to certain dates and times and all that. That's my take on it.
Yeah, the other interesting thing about it, it's the food and the family gathering, which I believe. I try to do that with my family as often as possible, but Thanksgiving is not on the same day every single year.
Say that again.
It's always on the last Thursday of.
Oh yeah.
But it's not the same day. It's sort of like Easter.
Right.
So it's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, New Year's always the same. Halloween always the same. 4th of July always the same. So there are these holidays that have like these roving type of like days. Like, oh, the last of something, or I don't get how that works.
We
But at the same time,
actually kind of we have a loose interpretation of what a holiday is. Okay, over time, what it really represented was a holy day. Okay, like and those are listed like in the original King James Bible in the front of it. You know, all the holidays, what they, you know, the feast of whatever, you know, all these different holidays, and those are holy days. It doesn't necessarily mean that you stop doing everything you're doing or have any kind of a special to do about it. It's just observed, you know, and there may be some kind of a little tradition that goes along with it that's been lost to antiquity. People love their rituals, and there again, Thanksgiving is another ritual. We have the gladiatorial games that everybody wants to sit around and watch, the football, while the women are in there getting the dinner ready, the daughter-in-law and the mother and everybody, they're getting all the stuff ready. And then, you know, this is it's kind of like a ritual. We have this Norman Rockwell style vision, most of us do in our head, of what the family Thanksgiving is supposed to be.
oh yeah,
And
that painting of the entire family sitting around the table with a big turkey. Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
golden turkey being brought out on a platter and everybody's smiling and everything else like that. And so what do? People try to imitate that. Same thing with Christmas. They can make Christmas damn near anything they want to through Madison Avenue. Just, you know, I mean, what the fuck does the tree have to do with birth of Jesus? And what does December 25th have to do with Jesus's birth? It doesn't have anything to do with it, other than that's the 3 days after the solstice, and the sun rises from its dead position.
Right.
Yeah, you go by this.
So would I be an asshole if I told my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my cousins, and all of my, what do you fucking call them, my in-laws or whatever the fuck they are, like, no, I'm not showing up because you're all going to be drunk as shit and elbow to elbow, and I don't even know what this holiday's about. You guys are just going to get drunk, and I can't even fucking move around. So, am I an asshole for saying I don't want to show up?
No, not really. I mean, I don't know if I would put it that way to them. I would say, you know, maybe something of, I have other plans, you know, and you don't really have to go into it. You know, your other plans can just simply be not going there. You know what I mean? So
tell them you got diarrhea.
I don't lie to my family though, so
you shouldn't have to be.
Well, see, that's what. Oh, go ahead, Chad.
I was just going to say, on the same token, you shouldn't have to be shamed into doing something you don't want to do either. Like, you know, there's some people, I've seen other people, I've watched a little bit of the chat, you know, some people either don't get along with their family or they have whatever the situation is, you know, it's different for everyone. So, you know, I think
so
it's whatever you have to reconcile with yourself, not necessarily being shamed into showing up to something
or you could just make how is it far away? Do you have to travel a long ways or anything?
No, it's like, I don't know, like 20 miles. Not a big deal.
Okay, so you could go make an appearance and, you know, have somebody you know call you and, you know, hey, I gotta go. My buddy's car's broke down. I gotta help him go pick him up or something.
I've used that excuse before. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a flood.
I don't like doing that.
It was a terrible flood. Look, it wasn't my fault. I swear to God.
Or you could just suck it up and do it, man.
Yeah. I don't think
all right, so my mom, okay, here's the text my mom sent me. She doesn't text me too often, but she's like, you're coming to Thanksgiving, right? You know, like,
that's what I mean right there.
And I was like, we're eating it. And she's like, we're eating at 6. I was like, well, maybe. The last time they hosted, this is at my brother's house, by the way, it was super crowded and everyone was elbow to elbow and drunk. I know it's a family gathering, but it was really uncomfortable for me. And she's like, oh, okay, I gotcha. So it's like, she's like, yeah, just show up, eat, and leave. I'm like,
yeah, right.
Oh, bring something nice.
Can I get mine to go?
Show Make an appearance, Andrew, but bring something nice. So that way they're like, "Oh, cool, thanks," and then that way you can kind of say, "Oh shit, okay, I got to run."
My brother thinks he knows how to cook, but he doesn't.
Take a fruit cake. Give him a fruit cake as
Yeah,
the gift.
fruit cake.
You'll get it
Yeah.
back in a couple years.
That's how you get yourself uninvited.
Well, it's the same concept of Christmas. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas. I've never understood the concept of it. And we're in the holiday season right now, right? So when it comes to like, if I'm going to show up for Christmas, and everyone is expected to like, be part of the holiday joy and bullshit like that. Here in California, it's like, I've never got into it. It's a big thing in other parts of the country. Like when I was in Virginia, it's a big deal out there. But and then in New York, anywhere where it snows, Christmas is a big deal. But it's just like Christmas, like I do it because I feel guilty.
You shouldn't
like,
have
if
to
I
feel
don't,
that way.
No, because it's like if I'm the only asshole in my family that doesn't show up with a fucking present, then it's just one of those. It's like a guilt trip kind of situation.
That's what I'm saying. You're shamed or guilt tripped into something that you shouldn't. All I can say is, like I said earlier, you just got to reconcile within yourself. If that's what, make your own decision. If you don't feel like you're being an asshole, then,
but there's certain gatherings that I will definitely feel like an asshole. If I show up to my mother's birthday party, because we don't really, it's basically just like, whoever's birthday it is in the family, they get to pick whatever meal or restaurant they want to go to. And then from there, if I'm the only one that shows up without some sort of a feasible present for my mom or my dad or my brother or my sister, then I'm the asshole at that point.
Be like, here, I got you a spatula.
No,
well, see, that's like our thing. We don't.
It shouldn't
my
be about
daughter lives way down over by Stanton, which is about 2 hours away. And then my son lives over in Harrisonburg, which is about an hour away. And then we're here. So what we've decided is that we're just gonna, and my brother-in-law's here. He just got here today, so he's staying with us. And so we just decided that we're just gonna do everything tomorrow. And we're going to, I guess we're going, I forget where they said. We were going to go to some restaurant and then go bowling, but the bowling alley is closed now, permanently closed. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. So there's some kind of other place that's an arcade, I guess, that Corey was telling us about. And they have axe throwing in there too. I was like, oh, cool. I said, do we get to throw the axes at each other, or is it like at a target?
What the fuck?
Sav, hold on a second.
Just wanted to clarify that, It's just like
David Koresh says David Koresh says he's been that asshole for 28 years.
I saw that.
Yeah, I think everybody's situation is different. And I don't know. Like, it just kind of depends on, like, you shouldn't have to guilt trip yourself or be shamed into, because I can't think of a scenario at the current time in my head, but like, has there ever been a situation in opposite where it's like you wish that some of your siblings or your parents would have showed up and they made up some excuse not to, and it's like you didn't shame them or guilt trip them, did you?
Everybody has their own reasons. I mean, we used to do
that's
a
what I'm
pretty
saying.
big.
Situations are all different. Go ahead.
When my mom and dad and my aunt and uncle were around, we would have huge family gatherings. I mean, I would have my aunts and uncles and cousins come all the way from the New York border and drive all the way to the city, which is, like 4-hour drive in the snow. I mean, they would do it. I mean, we would all get together and it was cool. But I think after my mom and dad stopped doing it because they were getting a lot older and my aunt and uncle got sick and stuff, I think that's now kind of faded off into like everybody doing their own individual groups and then everybody calling each other and saying, happy Thanksgiving and talking to all the kids and stuff. It's changed for me.
Yeah.
But what the fuck does it even mean? If someone tells you happy Thanksgiving, they're just doing it because it's like a knee-jerk reaction.
You've been
They're
conditioned.
just saying it because that's what they're told. That's what you're supposed to say. What the
Happy
fuck does it even
St.
mean? Though?
Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
What the
exactly.
fuck
I'm
is that?
fucking Irish. I don't even fucking know what that means.
I'm not Catholic. I don't give a shit about some Patrick dude at all. And
Just
everybody wanting to walk up and fucking pinch you and shit, man. I'm gonna get an assault charge. Oh,
Yeah,
here,
if someone
keep you-
pinches me, I'll fucking trip you and put you on the ground.
It's just an excuse to drink green beer.
Oh, I like
yeah,
beer.
well,
But, yeah.
you don't need an excuse. I'll tell you what, that was amazing. One year, my mom made Thanksgiving dinner, corned beef, cabbage, and mashed potatoes. And she made the potatoes green with food coloring. Now, it don't have no flavor to it, but let me tell you something. Those were fucking nasty. I mean, if you didn't know they was green, you wouldn't be able to tell. But see,
She fucked up.
yeah, I mean, it's really weird how if you change the color of something, it'll
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
taste
Did
like.
you? Let me ask you this: did you guys, when you were really young, and you had the food coloring, did you ever try to like put it in like pancakes and make like blue pancakes and stuff?
Yeah.
So here's a way. Here's what you can do instead, Andrew. Actually, show up to Thanksgiving and actually be the asshole. Kind of like be like, "Oh man, this casserole tastes like shit. Who made it?"
Oh yeah, and then my brother and my sister-in-law are gonna be looking at me like,
Like, what are we doing this for? Why do we always do
What the
this
hell
crap?
is burning?
Just
Smells like
literally play the part, right?
What's burning?
Spit it out and then take a napkin and wipe off your tongue. Who
made
that?
this shit?
I'm out of here. Trying
I
to
wouldn't
kill.
feed this to my cat.
What's burning? It smells like an old work boot.
okay, so here's the thing.
Then they get kicked out.
My brother, no, he's a year and a half younger than me, and then he married my sister-in-law, and she is 75% Mexican, I think, and then something else. I don't know what the fuck it is, but anyways, there's a whole bunch of Mexicans that show up to the fucking family gatherings now.
Oh,
I'm like,
my.
oh, this
should
is
be a
gonna
good time.
Oh yeah, listen,
Yeah,
Latinos are huge, big on family, man.
Yeah.
I used to joke
Yeah.
about that. I said you could take a Mexican from Brooklyn, drop him off in LA, and within 5 minutes he'll run into a cousin. I can guarantee it to you.
Yeah, that's because so my brother has a pretty decent sized house. I mean, it's like 2,000 square feet or something. But when there's 50 people there, it's too much. Like everyone's like, oh hey, hi, I'm drunk. I don't know who you are. Let's talk for 10 minutes.
There you go. Be cousin Eddie.
Yeah, this is.
Bring
it
a
gets old.
how's this, Andrew? Bring a gift. Show up for a little while. See how it goes, and if it starts getting out of control, you just say, "All right, listen, guys, I got to run."
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
listen,
Yeah,
Derek.
but-
I wasn't disparaging it. I mean, they are really family oriented. I think that's good. More people need to be,
Yeah.
but it almost borders on intrusive. To the point of almost intrusive. It's like that with a lot of the rural people around here too. It's like their kids will buy a house just right in the same neighborhood as mom and dad, or right next door and shit. And you got aunts and uncles and grandparents and shit all walking in and out of each other's houses at all given times. I mean, it's amazing. And that's a little bit too much. I like to be close to my relatives, but I don't want to live right fucking next door to them.
Yeah, and then the Mexicans. I live in South San Jose. I'll give you guys my address. I don't give a shit.
You got a lot of them.
Yeah, they have parties until 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday.
Yep. And I thought
right in
that
the
was
middle of the fucking week.
I thought that was just a stereotype, though. That they like to
No,
listen to
it's
that
not.
music.
No.
No, it's always they got that. There's always somebody in the background going, yeah.
It's carnival music, is what it is.
Polka.
Yeah, it's like
And
polka
they know
music.
it. They're like, yeah, we know we're pissing people off. We don't give a shit.
It's a siesta.
Half of my students are Mexican, and they're like, yeah, we know we're pissing people off at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay. And I was like, why are you doing that? We don't care. Like, literally, this is what they tell me.
Deal with the
gringo.
gringo.
God, this is fucked.
You deal with the gringo. You don't like it. We are here first, you know.
Weedlander called it tequila music.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, no, it's like dun 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 dun. And it's just like this repeating fucking carnival music.
Did you
And
ever
it's just,
watch?
it's so,
Did you ever watch Telemundo?
No.
Oh
Well,
my
no,
God!
I've seen parts of it. Yeah, they have like strippers that are like the
Mexican
presenters on it or something.
Mexican soap operas, man. You don't know what the fuck they're saying. It's like, "But Fernando, por favor, no Maria, por favor, Fernando." You know, it's like, oh fuck, what the hell's really going on here? You know?
David Koresh said, "Bust out the pinata, Andrew."
There you go.
Yeah, well, they've actually done that. And that's like
Oh, hell.
my exit point.
But yeah, as far as like what we were talking about, I've talked about this before. If you think about it, you go every day, when you get up same time, leave the house same time, eat your breakfast same time. You got this whole little routine that we do all week. And each day has its own little speciality to it, you know. Blue Monday, it's Taco Tuesday. Hey, it's Hump Day. You know, pretty soon, hey, it's TGIF, it's Friday. And then we have the weekend, usually do about the same kind of thing. And then we go back on Monday, we do it again. We do this over and over and over. And this is our weekly. We have our daily, and that breaks it up into weekly. And then we have the monthly, when these are marked with little reset markers. Each month has their own little special day for everybody, all the slaves to look forward to. Yeah, New Year's, and we come into Valentine's Day, and then we got St. Patrick's Day, and oh no, look, Easter is coming, you know, and all this shit comes around Labor Day, every month. Got their own little slave holiday going on. And it's all the same shit. And then we get to December and we do the tree and everybody gets depressed and they feel guilty and have to buy each other shit. And then we have this little ball comes down and everybody makes a bunch of promises that they're going to be different and they have no intention of really keeping it. They just, you know, feeling good about it. And we just do the same thing the fuck over and over and over and over. And it's like, okay, that's enough. I'm like that. I'm like, okay, I've had enough of this, you know, crazy dumb shit. Why are we doing this?
So
yeah, I got you. And when it comes to the New Year's resolutions, I don't know what the exact percentages are, but I know for myself, I'm at a 100% accuracy so far, and that is my New Year's resolution is I'm not going to make a fucking resolution, and I'm right on point so far.
Mm-hmm. I mean, think about how dumb that is, really. It is just about a date and a time, arbitrary, right? Okay. Because really, hey, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yay! It was exactly 1 year ago from that second. Yay! Big fucking deal, man.
I'm a year older.
Oh, we get to write the date different now. Okay. What are you counting down to? What are you really counting to? I can't believe, look, it's 2025, and now we're in 2026, and now what are we actually counting to?
Well, the Jewish calendar, the Chinese calendar, I'm sorry, the Hebrew calendar.
57
the New Year's is different. It's not even the same year.
It's lunar. Because they go by a lunar calendar. We go by a Gregorian calendar that's highly skewed and been adjusted.
Yeah.
Years changed, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, like the Mayan calendar, and then I mean, there's so many different calendars that are around. Yeah, Gregorian calendar, that was from Pope Gregory, the Catholic. Catholic dude. But yeah, then you ask other people in different, like even in India, they're like, no, it's not 2025. Well, what year is it? Like, well, it's kind of askew.
I think it's like 56 something or 57 something by the Hebrew calendar.
Well, it's like the Mayan calendar also says it's like around 6,700 or something.
Let me see here.
But I don't even know the answer to it because, I mean, I'm not 6,700 years old, so I couldn't tell you.
So if Incarnate Unlimited said accordion should be illegal.
Yeah, it should.
accordion should be illegal. I mean,
Yeah, we're the current year on the Hebrew calendar is 5786.
There you go.
5786.
Yes, I got onto that whole thing. I saw listed on the cornerstone of a building where they had it engraved. I was like, that's really weird. That's some weird shit, man.
Founded.
Found what?
Oh, I said founded, you know, like on the buildings, or it said founded.
Oh yeah, founded. Yeah, I thought you said found it.
Oh no, found
I
it.
thought you was looking for something. Is this any good? I don't know. Let's watch it. Here, we'll watch this and see if it's any good. We're gonna have to get off here in a minute because I gotta work tomorrow. Yay!
Oh, humbug.
No, it'd be all right. It's supposed to get up 70 something degrees. We're gonna work outside. Put that metal skirting on. Finally.
Hey, well, cool beans. I'll listen in the background on YouTube. But
Right.
hey, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Good to
again
see you,
for having
Andrew.
me
Hope
on.
you have a good Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I teach online tomorrow, but yeah, my Thanksgiving, I might just show up with like a fucking, I don't know, a bag of rocks or something. Like, here
Do
you
the
go.
best you can. Go buy a pie.
Yeah, man, you can get like a sweet potato pie real cheap in a square pan.
Yeah.
Put that sucker in the oven for like an hour and then boom, you're good to go.
Now just
That's
take it
all you
cold.
need.
Take it frozen.
Rhubarb.
Listen,
My
sweet
girlfriend
potato
doesn't want to
pie.
go either, so that's an issue. But
That's
hey,
all
gentlemen,
you
thank you
need,
very much.
man.
I'll be in the background.
That's all you need is sweet potato pie and fucking stuffing. That's it. You can keep the rest of that shit. A little bit of cranberries, I'm good to go. But
That might be there.
My favorite
but
part.
I will be
I
listening in the
remember where we're
background.
going. I think we're going
Cheers,
to.
gentlemen.
I think
Have a
we're
good
going to Chili's tomorrow. That's what she said. I think.
Chili's.
For baby back ribs.
Yeah, I might get them baby back ribs. I don't know. We'll see.
Man, how they get them out of there?
Huh?
But how they get them out of there? Those baby backs?
Yeah. Maybe that's why there's so many
awfully. They're a lot bigger than what they look like.
baby got back. So
Baby
it's
got
made
back
out-
bacon.
Made out of 100% fat ass. That's what it is.
David Koresh said, Andrew, get him some Campbell's soup.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I'm gonna have. Oh, I mean,
Turkey flavored.
Yeah.
Turkey and gravy.
wait till you see. Maybe they'll have that in the menu section in a restaurant. You know, they'll have, poultry, pasta, steak, lab grown.
Yeah.
Probably already a thing.
Nothing like Beyond Meat.
Then crawl off your fucking table and shit. Yeah, Beyond Meat. Why is that little weirdo so hell bent on making us eat nasty shit? What's
Now
his
he
problem?
wants you to have now he wants you to eat lab butter.
I know. Somebody just killed that fucking guy already or something, man. For real.
Shoot him into space.
Dude, send him up there and do that David, remember Stephen Hawking? He was
Yeah.
up there in the three in the
Sean
zero-
Hawkins.
0G plane.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Sean Hawkins.
I just call him Sean Hawkins from now on.
I told that dude the other day in a chat, where was he at? He was over on Flatzoids. I told him, I said, dude, you just go take a bath and brush your tooth, okay? Jesus Christ. Well, I think I'm going to wind it up here, guys. I got to get up and work in the morning.
Good to see you guys.
Not as early. I don't have to be there till 9, but
Hope you have a good Thanksgiving.
I'll be on before Thanksgiving again, for sure. I know we're not
tomorrow?
working. What's that?
I said before tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. Might even do Thanksgiving Day too. Who
Oh,
knows?
okay.
Who knows? We'll see who's a turkey. and
Probably won't be
shit.
able to make that one, but yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming up tonight. Everybody
see you.
showed up in the audience, and let me see, where am I at? There I am.
There he
And
is.
don't forget, everybody, like we always like to say, the Lord loves a working man. Don't never, ever, ever trust Whitey. See a doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And if you heard the shot, probably wasn't meant for you. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.